You're live, sir.
We are live. Hey, we are here with Infinity Tower on Time to Tabletop. We are having a blast, ready for some more fun. Before we get into our main stream, we're going to talk a little bit more about our Ambient Realm setup today because we have some more cool stuff, and I mean, the internet deserves to know. So, Ambient Realms, they have a website at ambientrelms.com where you can get ambient effects and sounds for your tabletop game. This is not them. This is our Infinity Tower song. Now, this is them. AmbientRealms.com supports Huntington's Disease Society of America and Autism Speaks. Mostly I can't say those in one take, but I did today. So I am told that we have multiple cameras, and you may be able to see some of this stuff. Now, with using Ambient Realms, one of the cool things for us is that we have a sound key that we've downloaded on the computer. There are 85 gigabytes of sound files for your game. That is approximately a lot of sound bites that you can use for different effects in your game. There are sci-fi albums, there are a lot of fantasy albums, I think 5 full fantasy albums, and they're working on some horror stuff too, so by the time that you actually get on to ambientrealms.com and order this, you may have a lot more stuff than I currently do. But you can get some nice low ambience like this. There's no high points, low points where they're going to make your game feel weird. And if you have a board like the Launch Control XL here made by Novation, which is something that Ambient Realms is bundling with their product, then you can add in the dramas. You can bring things up when you need to hit that high note, like when your players are being savagely attacked by a beholder. I mean, when that happens, it's going to be good to have that in there again. Or you can go to just something low and level. Now on the Launch Controller XL, you've got knobs for reverb, delay, and pan, so you can really adjust and like make things sound bigger, sound smaller, change the way things come out overall. You can change your levels really easily because you've got the sliders right here, which is super cool because for me, I have no idea what I'm doing. But I mean, I can do this, so monkeys, like small children, anybody can do this. And you've got 16 buttons down here on the bottom, so you can really easily bring in sounds. And you can bring in just one track, or like for me, I like to set it all up where the hotkey is like a whole play row. But then this week we got to play with something cool, which is the Launchpad. And again, if you can see the board, I am indicating it visually right here with my hand. And the Launchpad has 64 buttons. So I can easily bring in a single sound and just add it in. Now that didn't change what's going on in the track. So I can do a whole row of tracks like this, and then I can bring in everybody's favorite sound, just a one shot like this. Let's bring that up. Change the volume, push the button, anyone can do it, literally with no training whatsoever. I actually got some training this weekend. And so you've got all these things you can easily put together, and the sound software is called Ableton Live 9 Lite. It's a software, you get a free key when you're using the product, so again, it makes your life really simple. I spend 15-20 minutes setting up sounds a week so that I can have them like this on board. Notice all these buttons I am not using. I'm going to get to using them all at some point, but then I have to use a lot more stickers and like figure out what I'm doing a lot more. This is manageable for me, where I can just push a button, have a sound, push a button, realize that it's not high enough, have a sound, get some cool sounds, and if I need to bring it down because I go, wow, that's kind of harsh, then I bring it down a little bit, do a different sound. So this is all really doable. And see here, this is how easy this is. I found something that I have apparently kept on loop. So then I take it off of loop, and now we don't have that looping problem anymore. Ta-da! So ambientrealms.com, check out their board setups. There's a lot you can do, 85 gigs of sounds. They have a lot of monster sounds, so if you need a monster sound like this, no. Okay, I don't want to give away the really good monster sounds, because we're going to use a lot of these tonight, but that's like a wet tabaxi or something like that. So something useful there, right? So there are a lot of sounds you can throw in for your game when you need them.
The sound would be a little bit different if it was a wet tabaxi.
Maybe some bats. So really easy just to play around with, add stuff, put it together. You know, the most complex sounds that I'm using for a background here is like this. This is 5 sounds put together. And you notice it's really easy for me to add, increase the elements, change it till it sounds just right for what we're doing. And that way I can kind of change the landscape of the game. But again, I don't have to think about it a lot. It's more time that I can spend paying attention to the players, listening to what sort of things go on. Occasionally I go, oh yeah, we're indoors now. Okay, let me push a different button. Here's our indoors track. So check it out, ambientrealms.com, super useful, super easy to set up. And as a DM, you don't have to worry about having those high and low spots unless you want them. So that way it doesn't really mess up the flow of your game. Okay, so we're going to stop that for a second. And let's also really quickly also say thanks to Arknight, where they do the flat plastic minis, like the cool guy over here, providing that we still have a map camera, and if not, over there.
We do.
Okay, cool.
Map camera's just on.
I'll just leave it on for a
Yeah,
little bit.
that sounds great. So then you've got Flat Plastic Minis, you've got their maps, arknight.com. They are super supporters of the show. They help us with giveaways. Speaking of which, Scooter, what's our follower count like?
We are at 69. We have 6 more followers before we give another giveaway.
So in case you couldn't hear me, because we have this excellent mic, if you could hear Scooter and not me, 6 followers to an awesome giveaway. So if you're not following us on Twitch and you happen to be watching, follow us. And maybe somebody would love to make a tweet about that because I'm busy with my hands right now. But should you happen to do that, great. We would love to have a couple more followers. We are now a Twitch affiliate. So I wish I had like an applause track queued up. They don't have that on Ambient Realms, and I found it. But anyway, we're a Twitch affiliate now, so we appreciate the support. We thank you guys for watching. All the people who've been watching us so far. I'll work on it. We'll do better next time. And then let's see, more promo-y stuff, really quick like. Tomorrow we have What Game Did You Bring? At 6:30 on the same Pacific Daylight Time. Tomorrow we are doing Pandemic Legacy Part 1.
January.
What? January of Pandemic Legacy. I have no idea what that even means, and neither will you unless you tune in. Check it out.
Calendar, fiscal year, one of those.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be something very exciting, so check it out.
It's actually
find
just a stripper name.
Okay, so you may want to check that out too, right? So, I mean, that's probably just blatant false advertising, but enjoy. And then check out timetotabletop.com, follow us on Twitch, comment, give us ideas, hashtag Infinity Tower, and if you see Will in public, don't give him a hug. I
Thank
tried
you.
it did not go as well as I wanted it to.
Thank you for not hugging.
Yep, so, sorry about that, guys.
Lick his face instead.
Clean him.
All right. See, it's a collaborative effort, this show. I can come up with all this stuff, but why would I want to? It's much better just to give players a drink and then let them come up with things on their own.
This alcohol has alcohol? Oh, damn.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
We're hosed down.
Yes, they've been doing this the entire time we've been setting up. It's not getting any better than that, guys.
Nobody
Let it
let
ride.
President Coolidge know. We'll get in some trouble.
Previously on the Infinity Tower, last time, the party learned more about the Infinity Tower itself, its place in the universe, and how it works. They also learned more about Golthias, his pocket dimension of Drasil, land of transformations, and his minion Vela, who apparently can turn people to stone with her gaze, seen through a reflected surface. The party committed to traveling to Drasil to find out more about Vela and see how they could best do battle with her. Entering Drasil, the party appeared outside the home of Count Malinae, a being transformed for refusing Vela's hospitality. He has been transformed into a fearsome beast, and exiting his home, the party was attacked by minions of Vela, including the displacer beast, Daenor. If you didn't know his name before, now you know his name, and they fought him off. We left the party pursuing Daenor, having just joined combat with a flight of gargoyles. And since that's already gone, let's do this. Yeah, that's where we were. Right in the middle of combat with no breaks, short rests, anything cool for you guys?
Yeah.
I seriously don't
Aurora wants to
remember our
catch
initiative
up with
order.
Daenor.
You know what? We'll let you guys roll initiative again. We'll change at least that much of our lives.
I rolled a natural 1.
Excellent. Good job, Will.
I got 12.
I've got 14.
Are you still look badly injured from last game?
No, she's at -9.
No?
It's not badly injured.
It's not like Aurora has a ton of hit points to begin with.
It's true. Aurora, she has 38 hit points. Yeah, she's
Not much fewer than me.
But you guys can't all be mighty clerics, you know?
Why cheat there?
Just piles of hit points.
My hope is though that Daenor is still within shooting range. Not Daenor. Yeah, Daenor is still within shooting range for you.
I mean, let's face it, at this point, everything is in shooting range. Like in the universe.
I backed off 100 feet from where he was so I can get the guns I dropped.
Yeah, but you know what? That 400 feet thing is really not stopping you from anything.
Well, the
Right?
musket, it's like,
Yeah,
the rifle's broken.
true. Thanks for
remember
bringing
that.
What's your
thanks for
range
bringing
on
that
the
up before I
musket?
forget about it.
Like 800 or 1,000 or something ridiculous.
It's like 400.
Well, then you can still probably plug it.
Yeah,
Like, you can shoot pretty much everybody.
Because if you're at disadvantage anyways, who cares?
200, 800.
Yeah, so
So it's
Almost
kind of nice.
1,000.
Aurora asks you kindly to shoot the beast while we fight the gargoyles.
Okay. I knew that.
Sounds right, right? I mean, hey, what could
Sounds
go
fair to me.
wrong? Okay, please remember the gargoyles are in the air, but these are still the gargoyles I made without bases because I'm lazy and terrible.
I never found the exploding arrow.
You did not find the exploding arrow. Put that there.
Is Danor actually hanging out under those gargoyles, or is Danor still running?
Danor is kind of hanging out under those gargoyles at this point.
Oh, yeah! Fire arrow it is.
Okay, and if you recall, you went back to where the party was right when we
Yeah.
broke. So we've got you all kind of clustered here. We've got they all over here. I'm ready. How about you guys? Who's got the high initiative?
I have a 14.
I had 12.
Yeah, see, no disagreement. You're up.
Okay. I am going to start closing distance.
How much distance are you closing?
Well, where will a dash get me?
Thanks.
Where will a dash get me to?
Like here?
There?
Yeah. Pretty far, right?
I mean, I feel like it's pretty far.
I mean, like, you could probably be here. We're going to find out our actual distance in just a second, but I have a feeling 160 feet's not going to stop you.
Well, I mean, it would be 80 feet unless I did tabaxi.
Oh, right. A non-tabaxi dash. Pardon me. Thank you, Scooter. Appreciate it. Okay, so our 80-foot mark. Boom. From Arc Knight with a spell ruler, which I also use as a regular ruler. 80 feet.
80 feet?
Yep.
Alright. Because I can't really engage with them. I'm really just making myself a target if I run in ahead of the group. So I'll move just the 40 right now.
Okay.
And then next turn I'll move at tabaxi speed and attack.
Nice.
Ta-da. Okay.
Because I know when I was being healed I didn't move and I haven't moved at tabaxi speed since.
I will take your word for it, and that's just fine. Okay. Theophraxis.
Okay, I'm gonna move my 25. And I'm gonna spread out maybe off to that way a little bit just so I don't clump up. There you go. And then for my first attack, I'm going to use my fire arrow, my longbow on the kitty cat.
Cool.
And am I at disadvantage?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It is blinking right.
It is shifting gently.
Damn! A natural 20
Excellent.
and a 19.
And a 19.
So I still hit.
That's still pretty good for disadvantage, right?
Yeah. So let's see, it's 12. So what damage does I never found out with the fire damage?
I thought we were going to do an additional D10.
1d10?
Wasn't that what we said?
Well, that was the explosive. I just want to make sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. So this is the fire.
This is the
arrow.
fire, yeah.
Okay, so you're going to get your basic D8, and then you're going to get a D6 of fire damage.
And d6.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
15.
15.
Cool. 15 points.
Okay.
So that was 12 points on the arrow and 3 points on the fire.
Great.
And then for my second attack, I'm going to do that again.
For your second attack, you're going to do a second fire arrow?
Yep.
Okay.
And then use all those up. So
You're not
now I'm not disadvantaged though, right?
Correct.
Don't you hate when you miss when you actually don't have disadvantage?
I know, right? I got 11.
Okay, so 11 not going to. So this area is now becoming on fire.
Yes.
Because of things that are being lit on fire over there.
Cool. All right, that's good. And then let's see, that was my regular.
Yeah?
I've already blown my.
Yeah, you're not going to get a bonus attack anytime soon.
Right.
Not an
Yeah,
action
you need
surge.
a-
Right.
Short
But
rest.
like for a maybe for a bonus. I think.
Second wind. Are you hurt?
No, I'm not hurt. No. Yeah, there's nothing you do in bonus action.
Yeah.
Still, Danor is already hurt, right? Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
He better be. The cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done like
About 100.
80 or 100 points of damage to that thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Good portion of damage, right?
At this point, about 100. Like it was nearly
Yeah.
80 last game.
Yeah.
So now it's nearly 100. But this guy's like a souped up displacer beast.
Souped up. He has a V8.
He has a lot of abilities
He's a
displacer
heavy.
base do not normally have.
He's
so-
like an 8-pack versus like a V8 or something like that.
And he's a Hemi cat.
Hemi cat. Nice. Okay. All right, Arvin, it sounds like you are up.
I'm okay.
What is your, weren't you at like a 2?
Yeah.
Cool, you're up.
Okay. I guess I'm going to take a dash action.
Okay.
And that'll move me up 60 feet.
30, 60. Cool. That's me. Okay.
How close do they have to be to you to start getting hurt by your
15
sun
feet.
blasting?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're still maintaining spirit guardians, and you don't have your spiritual weapon anymore, right? Because they're both concentration, correct?
Yes.
Or no?
I never cast spiritual weapon.
You cast spiritual weapon before, but I'm not actually sure they're both concentration. That may have been a while ago. You have a concentration written down in your spell sheets?
Yes. So far, I think.
I don't think he casts spiritual weapon.
I
don't remember.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't.
I like to
The
make
light
stuff up.
thing.
I'm cool with that.
Right, you did the light thing, right? Whatever that thing is, where they
Spirit guard.
disintegrated the bats.
Yeah, that's still active right now.
Okay, cool.
I have to take this note.
Okay. Aurora,
And
you're
Spirit
up.
Guardians is concentration. Oh, the bad
Yeah.
guys didn't do anything?
No.
Okay.
That's Tracy.
Well, then I'm gonna move it to Baxi speed up to the Displacer Beast,
Cool.
because I think I can get there.
Sure.
And am I at disadvantage to attack? Did it start flickering again?
Yep.
Okay. First strike. Hits, because one of them's an 18.
Cool.
And the first hit is for 13 points of damage.
Okay.
That was the first stick hit. Second
13
stick
points.
hit, which is no longer a disadvantage, I take it.
Correct.
Also hits, because that was a 22 to hit.
Nice.
And that is for 10 more points of damage.
Okay.
How's he
Is there-
looking, this guy?
Still bloody.
And now I'm going to do my bonus kick, because
Mhm.
I can. And does a 13 hit?
Yes. A
Cool.
13 is exactly what you need.
Nice. So the kick does 8 more points of damage.
2 attacks per
Cool.
I get 2 attacks per round, and if I attack, I also get a bonus attack.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had any key left to spend, I could get 2 bonus attacks. But I don't. And she says, "Why don't you die?" To
Right
me,
now-
as it's continuing to not die.
You are noting a distinct lack of physical mass as your strikes are passing effortlessly through the Displacer Beast.
Oh, he's not here.
Seems to be what you're thinking.
And the gargoyles aren't here either.
That you're not as certain of.
Okay.
They aren't really moving very much.
I think this is all an illusion, Aurora announces.
It's your turn.
Okay.
Sure.
Look at my extra attack. Okay, so that's not an extra action. It's an extra attack. Okay. I'm gonna move 25 feet forward.
Okay. If I'm gonna have the ruler, I'm gonna have the ruler.
Okay. That's cool. And then I'm gonna use my action to try to repair my precision rifle.
Okay.
So it says, I'm not sure what it means, so I need a ruling from you.
Okay.
So what it says is to repair your firearm, you must make a successful Tinker's Tool check. DC equals 8 plus the misfire score.
Which is what, 2? I think it's 2 for a musket, or is it 3?
Well, for the it's not the musket that misfired. It was
Oh, it's the
your-
rifle.
your
The rifle's got a
precision
misfire of 1.
rifle. So is that 8 plus 1 is 9?
Yeah, you only have to make it 9 DC. It's not that bad.
Awesome.
Life is good.
20 something.
Okay, so that sounds like you made it.
Okay, so I repaired my precision rifle, so I'll
Correct.
continue using that. And
Yeah,
that's
so
my
basically you just
action.
cleared a gem out of the breach.
Yeah, awesome.
Cool.
Okay, and that's all I can do. And then I'm not going to fire because, well, I can't. But also, you said that they look like an illusion.
Right, because my strikes just passed through it.
Okay. How's that fire doing over
How is that fire doing over there? It's still fire. Yeah, so there is some fire around. At this point, you can feel the fire, but it's not really spreading. It's just like globules of oil on the ground.
there? But it's not burning.
In appearance, it is burning.
Appearance.
You see things burning.
Okay.
You can move closer if you want.
Good answer.
Is that what we're waiting on?
Is that what we're waiting on?
I'm done.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm
then
sorry.
yes, it is happening.
I'm sorry, I thought that was obvious.
All right.
Anything else to do?
Can you move me up within like 10 feet of the two gargoyles?
Can I move you up within 10 feet of the gargoyles? Bands.
Okay.
Spirit Guardians is not reacting.
Roar is right.
Yeah, I am.
Alright, move up.
Can I make a perception check to try to figure out where the displacer beast actually went?
You actually need an investigation check.
Well, that's crap.
So
Yes.
the gargoyles are in the air.
Yes.
Okay, I'll walk up to the displacer beast.
Okay.
And I'll poke it with my finger.
Great. You now feel nothing as well.
7. I was just hoping that I could spot where it was on the horizon, or
You-
figure out the clues to where it is.
You have a different problem.
Okay. Yeah, I only got a 7 on the investigation, so
Right.
I probably am unaware of it.
Okay, I guess I'll make an investigation if you let me.
Sure.
Trying to figure out where maybe this thing has gone to. 17.
17. Pretty good. You realize at this point that you are not standing on stone and that your feet are like somewhat stuck, like maybe in a thick mud or a goo, but the floor is not what the floor appeared to be like. You're feeling something totally different here beneath you. The entire area has a very different composition. You start smelling like a boggy smell, like a peaty smell. To you, you see no gargoyles. You and your friends are all actively standing in like a swampy morass. I just really want to be able to use that word in my life at some point. And so, standing in the middle of a thick, swampy, marshy area instead.
Guys, where'd they go? They're gone.
More importantly, where'd the stone we were standing on go?
Did they see the stone gone now too?
Because I'm such a nice guy, sure.
Okay. So they have to too.
Why make things harder than they have to be?
It gets back to our Twitters.
My gods, how did we end up in this?
Did we transport? Did we teleport?
It didn't feel like I teleported.
I'm guessing there might be an illusory principle going on here.
So, like, the building that we came from, all that's gone. You just feel like we're in the middle of the swamp.
In the distance, everything seems to fade to a deep fog. In your immediate vicinity, you see swamp. You see the carcasses of dead trees, some low-hanging vines. There are some bubbling areas here and there. You hear the occasional blooping sound, and you seem in a totally different place.
How do we even know if this is real now?
That's a good question.
This place is an elaborate trap. Knowing that our enemy is watching us and we can't see them.
Is your light still on? Does his light look like it's doing anything to the swamp or to the fog?
There's a gentle light coming from Arvin,
No, but I mean, is it like affecting the
causing it to
morass?
somehow like move back or somehow be like
Yeah.
dispelled?
Yeah.
Not really.
Well, great.
Maybe we should make for higher ground and get out of this muck.
What happened the last time we went for higher ground? In a swamp. The druid showed up with a dead tree, right?
Yes, that is true. However, I don't think heading for higher ground may automatically summon a druid. But,
Roar's already heading over there.
Because we know what it actually sounds like when it gets wet.
I think that was the cleric.
I really want to push that button a couple more times. That was in case you guys made the displacer beast mad, but you know.
Alright, I'll head over to the higher ground too. it's still just open swamp and fog?
Open swamp and fog.
Oh. I really wish I didn't have a fire. Oh, hang on, dude. Do you want to cast light on my arrows and I'll shoot it off into the distance to see what happens?
Yeah.
That'll kill yours. Will that kill you?
No, that's fine. I can resummon it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, cast light on the arrow and I'll just kind of shoot it off. Since you have room that way, I'll go off in that direction.
Okay.
Do I see anything?
Yeah, you see it going, and then it starts getting like fainter, and then it hits that fog bank, and then it kind of disappears.
Oh, so there's a definite fog bank there.
That seems to be the big separation between where you were and where you are.
Well, there's a fog bank.
As long as we can see around us, it's preferable to nothing. You can see it all over. It is distressing.
Cora sits down and starts meditating.
It's true. We could take this opportunity to take a short rest.
Shall we? It's,
Just an hour.
if you all need it.
Like, anytime that something mentally taxes Aurora, she tends to meditate. I feel like that's kind of established.
My brain
about her
hurts.
by now. She's not a cheating.
It's not the worst character trait ever, right?
She's metagaming. I'm going to go ahead and spend a hit die if we do manage to have a short rest.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna try today.
It's 5 more back. If I spend any more, it's just a waste because I'm just down to -4. So. Get my key back.
Arvin, how are you enjoying your swamp?
Okay, I would like to take an hour to get my action.
About as much as one can enjoy a swamp by swatting at mosquitoes. I don't get bit by snakes.
Yeah, there do seem to be quite a few both.
Cool. So I get my action surge and my grit back.
I'm not doing anything until they're ready.
Okay.
Yes, a short rest would be the idea.
So the area is pretty swampy and open. There's that deep fog out on the periphery. There's only a couple of stones that are standing above the level of the water that you can see. Everything seems pretty open and barren.
Should we go explore the fog bank? No. If it's all just swamp surrounded by is it like circle like 360 degrees around us?
Looking in all directions, you see the swamp.
I mean the fog bank.
It seems to be predominantly in this direction here.
A fog bank?
Okay.
I mean it's where we came from, right?
I suppose if it's kind of that crescent shape.
Which one's better for you, perception or survival?
Oh, perception for sure.
Why don't you go ahead and make a perception check? You guys could also make this, but it has no meaning to you, so I'm not really concerned about you guys making it. It's one of those things that will probably be more significant to Sean.
24.
8.
Wow.
Yeah, 8.
Right. You guys smell mushrooms. It is not appetizing to you like it would be to Theophraxis, but there are definite mushroom odors in the air.
Have you all been washing your feet? I'm smelling mushrooms.
Do I smell them? With my 8? Or just her?
Not really well, but I mean, you're kind of imagining you would smell mushrooms at that point now. Like, apparently they smell mushrooms.
You guys smell mushrooms?
Yes, I definitely smell mushrooms more than I've ever smelled mushrooms before. I'm smelling them now.
What kind? Do you know?
The kind I don't want to eat.
But you don't want to eat any. Can I try again?
And now that you're aware of this fine mushroom bouquet,
Now I'm looking for it now, yeah.
Yeah, sure, go for it. Why not?
Perception again?
Sure, let's do up another perception check.
Come on, baby, mushrooms. Ooh, 25.
You're much more aware of the mushrooms, as they've been pointed out by all of your comrades.
So where are they? Is it just like everywhere? Or?
No, more generally in this direction.
In this
There is a strong mushroom aroma.
Okay, so there's a strong mushroom aroma that way. The fog bank is that way. Oh, this is
what would be the purpose of finding this fungal smell? Is there something you know that we don't, or
Lunch.
forage, definitely?
Probably though, maybe we should go and look at the soft bank first.
Rook?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay, you want?
I don't see a great story coming from either of them.
Well, do we just want to hang out in the swamp forever and turn into old gnomes and cats and humans?
Will I be an old gnome?
If you had enough mushrooms, you could.
I think I might start thinking of doors.
Doesn't really leave yet. Alright, if you're gonna think of doors, that implies you need the door back to home base.
Maybe.
Maybe we can find a way out of the swamp too.
Well, okay. If you don't want to go look at the fog bank, I'll go look at the mushrooms.
Okay, go for it.
Alright, I'm gonna go off to the mushrooms because no one wants to go look at the fog bank, which is the most logical thing to do.
Is it?
D&D's not about logic.
I'm going to follow Theophraxis if I found these mushrooms.
Sweet! I'm so glad I tweeted what I tweeted earlier. This is gonna be awesome.
Is that rock another raised rocky area?
Yes, it is. There are other rocks. Okay, I'm dropping rocks on the ground, sorry guys. I only have so many rocks. So yeah, you've got the continuation of some rocks and some general things in this direction. And as you move forward, you do find...
A path to mushrooms.
Yes.
Oh, he's got little mushrooms. They're Smurfs.
Look, I spent like 5 minutes making those mushrooms for you, man.
I'm not complaining, they're awesome.
Theophraxis.
Seriously, I'm expecting Papa Smurf now.
Theophraxis.
Yeah.
Look, mist. And mist appears before your hands. Is this significant?
No, you did it. But that mist, the point with the mist was it appeared out of nowhere where we came from.
We are in the swamp.
Well, the swamp appeared out of nowhere too. Wait, are you still way back on the hill?
Yes.
Oh, so we're shouting.
We are in a swamp.
That's okay. I gotcha.
Those are some big mushrooms.
They are pretty big.
They're pretty damn big.
Bye, Fog. We'll come see you soon.
I'm headed for the mushrooms. Screw it.
Okay.
What's there? What's going to eat me?
Yeah. No, they're mushrooms. They are a very large variety of an edible mushroom.
Cool. I recognize it then.
Yeah, something that you would see as being a good mushroom for like an outdoors woodsy mushroom back home.
Cool. Like good with maybe some oregano and some salt.
These are like a forester's mushroom. Like these are the kind of mushroom that you eat when you find because they're good and you may not want to let them travel around and break up and crust up and so forth. So they tend to be pretty good mushrooms.
Okay. Can I do a survival check to make sure the DM isn't lying to me?
Yeah, sure. You can always do a survival check to make sure I'm not lying to you. I mean, that sounds like it's
Oh,
good.
natural 20!
Yeah, they're mushrooms.
I'm going to pick that mushroom and eat.
Yep, it's edible. This one is big. This is like having like a personal pizza to yourself.
Alright.
So,
I'm
yeah.
going to sit down on the rock, I'm going to pick that one, start eating it, and as soon as I realize it's yummy and delicious, I'll say, "Why? Come here, this is really good."
All right.
It's best to have it right when it's first picked. Here you go.
You say so.
You know, as much as you've ever had an urge to eat a raw mushroom, this is a raw mushroom to eat. It actually doesn't taste bad.
Woodsy.
Well, let's see. Get some salt.
Fungally.
And I mean,
Really
there is a
delicious.
lot of mushroom here for you. Yeah,
I'm going to just stuff myself with it.
Sure.
Because I have no reason not to.
sure.
So
yeah.
if we can't finish this, do we save this or do we have
Yeah,
to eat?
sure. It's better when it's freshly picked, but you know, you can always put it in your bag. And
Yeah, it's got a really soft texture, so right now even it's kind of crumbling as you're eating it.
Yum, 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 yum.
I'll just
Ta-da.
eat the whole thing.
Okay. It is a very large mushroom. This is like you sitting down and eating like a medium pizza to yourself.
So much vitamin D.
that's so much
Oh my goodness.
So you managed to find mushrooms.
Awesome. All right.
Good job.
Is there anything else going on over there?
Yeah, you
Other
continue
than
to smell
the
more mushroom. So if you want to pursue that further, you are fairly certain there are more mushrooms in this direction.
Alright, so here's the thing. There's more mushrooms over there. There's nothing over there. There's nothing over there. There's nothing over there.
How about mushroom?
So I suggest we just kind of follow the mushrooms and see where they go and see what happens.
Okay.
I think.
Aurora, we're gonna follow the mushrooms. Do you want to come with us?
So what Aurora's doing right now, while they were over doing mushrooms, is she would be doing like a survival check to try to figure out if she can pick up where the displaced beast went.
Okay.
Using smell more than anything else, probably.
Go for it.
Because I'd imagine footprints would disappear in this muck pretty fast.
You're probably right? So yeah.
15.
If you had to pick a direction, this is the direction you would pick.
The way that they're going right now with the
Yep.
mushrooms? Okay.
Yep.
I'll follow them then.
Tabaxi speed.
Even without Tabaxi speed, I'd catch up with you guys pretty quickly.
So I'm just gonna take those speeds just so I can move faster.
I mean, I have the speed of 40.
Yeah, I could get there. I have to take 2 feet to do it though.
Or does I just have to keep leveling up as a monk?
No multi-class.
Maybe you should just become a monk, yeah. Everybody just be a monk from now on.
Everybody. You know what? It's great if you don't want to wear armor and you have a decent wisdom.
Also, if you can use Wu-Tang lyrics like at random, just to talk about everything you want to do as a monk, I think that would be appropriate.
Well, the rest of you might want to eat mushrooms, but I like meat. And I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Shimmy, shimmy, ya, shimmy, yo, shimmy, yay. I know that's an ODB solo rather than Wu-Tang.
To be frank, I have no idea about any Wu-Tang lyrics whatsoever.
Well, then check
I
your
don't know.
neck.
Oh, that is definitely a Papa Smurf building. Alright, do I see that off in the distance?
At this point, you're starting to get a good look at what's going on. in
You guys
the
see
distance.
that? Or is it just me?
No, I'm seeing that as well. And
I don't see anything. Perhaps this is due to you two eating mushrooms.
Well, then there's a gigantic mushroom up there.
Then it is definitely due to you two eating mushrooms. It is clearly not there.
Fraxis, I thought you said that these were safe. These were good.
I got a 19 on the wisdom saving throw. I think I see through your lie.
Oh gosh, I guess I have to make a deception.
No, don't
Performance.
I don't know if that would be really. I
I
don't know if a wisdom saving throw really helps them either way against
You have
this.
let me down.
Maybe an insight roll.
I live a clean life.
Insight?
Which is still wisdom.
Yeah, it's
Still
still
wisdom.
wisdom, right?
Yeah.
And you still don't get any bonus to the saving throw, right? So it's all the
Yeah,
same.
it's all the same.
I mean, she's clearly not telling the truth.
There's probably some other mushroom.
I-
This ginormous mushroom house
Okay,
is
I
probably
say we
real.
head on over there because there's nothing else going on. And
No, don't go. It's a trap.
Aurora's always concerned for your welfare.
I know, right? She's just right there, looking out for what's best for the gnome. Yeah, I'll go. Now I want to go. I want to go to the big mushroom.
Really? Wow.
Oh no, come back. Stay safe.
No, don't go. I'll be careful. When I get to that point, when I get a little bit closer, I'll start being careful. Maybe try to hide behind one of the mushrooms, use them as cover as I move forward.
These mushrooms aren't as big as those mushrooms. Otherwise, that would probably be pretty doable.
I know.
How about you two?
I'm going to set myself kind of midway to try and decide if what I'm seeing is real or. what
Trust
it is.
me, it's real.
Yeah, trust the person who fed me a mushroom.
Yeah.
I know you should make an insight check too.
I'm totally good at that.
Unfortunately, he is the cleric.
13.
Oh,
Man, even you know Aurora's lying. Oh, wait,
Actually,
no.
that's going to be an 18.
Yeah.
18? Yeah, even you know Aurora's lying.
Even you, Bly. Even you.
With your paltry wisdom of 20.
This is Bly. This is Bly on Aurora's lies.
Right.
Are aware on a wisdom-based check.
Yeah, let's not go into his wheelhouse or anything like
Okay,
that, right?
I'll get the rifle out just in case.
Okay.
I will sort of, like carry it casually.
Go ahead and make, at this point, a wisdom saving throw. No.
Magic?
No, this is different than what you think it is.
Ooh, ow, ouch, ouch, ouch. That would be an 8.
Your mouth is watering because this is such a large mushroom, and it has such a
specifically to get me. Didn't you?
I did this because somebody had a picture of a mushroom house online that was super awesome. But anyways, long story short, this smells
This is awesome.
so good as a mushroom
Uh-huh.
that you just find your mouth watering.
Cool.
It
So
has
there
a
will
little-
be a raw meat trap later, right?
When is there not a everything is raw meat too?
I mean, you two are currently walking wrong.
Just so we're clear.
true.
Oh, she never lacks for me when
Fair
she brings you
enough.
guys with her. So.
Yeah, can I notice
What do you mean
the
I'm not-
ravenous reaction he's having?
No, I'm just talking about your mouth is salad.
I'm
Like your
picturing
water.
the anime thing where like.
Is he like
just
starting
a
to
big
crouch
old
down
drool
like a
coming-
hunter?
I mean, he
I
may be
imagine-
doing that.
Yes. I imagine the anime thing where your eyes get huge and stars.
Yeah, the little stars. Yeah, yeah, yeah. yeah.
Theophraxis may have
Oh.
whatever reaction he wants. I'm educating the fact that you are aware of a giant
Oh
mushroom
yeah,
that smells
well,
good.
I'm gonna use my dash at this point to go over to the big mushroom.
He just takes off.
All right, if your mutton chops start bristling, I'm going to be convinced that you're a weirdo.
He basically is running across the swamp at this point.
So I'll move cautiously across the swamp. In fact, I'll move stealthily across the swamp.
Go ahead, feel free. Arvin.
I don't move
Stand it.
stealthily across the swamp.
How not stealthily did you?
I've got an 11 worth of stealthiness of growing
You
across
know,
the swamp.
better
And
than
I'm
the guy
not at
wearing
disadvantage, unlike him.
I'm gonna clomp myself. Yeah, maybe a little bit. There we go.
Ah, yes, the laser pointer. Good show. Good show.
Oh, yeah, where's the laser pointer?
Yeah, Will's got it.
Can I see the laser pointer?
Don't blame me.
I'd like to move Aurora over to there.
Okay. No problem.
And then she's going to try to hide again
Okay.
for the exact same result.
All right. Clearly, the swamp is not your favorite terrain.
No.
Okay.
She probably stepped in something.
At this
Like,
point,
ew.
Theophraxis is right there on the stairs, ready to do whatever he might want to do.
So, I'm gonna go full on Hansel and Gretel at this point, and I'm gonna see if I can break off a piece of that because I'm assuming my 8. Okay, so am I like? Okay, I'm just salivating, but I haven't like lost my mind yet,
You know,
right?
this is just a very tasty looking mushroom, and it has these like delicate blue veins along it, which to you are indicating this is probably like a fairly rare variety of mushroom. It has a very strong odor.
Kind of like poke the wall.
So you walk like up the stairs and walk around and poke the
So
wall.
okay, so there's actual stairs. So, okay, so that brown. Oh, there's stairs right there. I can see that. Okay, so are those stairs cut into like the earth? What, I mean, the brown.
It's like somebody has like
mountain?
dug out shallow trenches and like laid down boards. Because it's just got this little piece of land it's standing on.
Okay, so I want to go up the side of the little piece of land. I don't actually want to go up to the door
Okay.
itself. I
Alright.
kind of want to go up to the wall, like maybe off to the side of the door.
Sure,
I
sure.
don't want to go into the door.
You want to go on your side so you can see what you're
Yeah,
doing?
that's a good idea. Yeah, so yeah, right there is perfect. Yeah,
Theophraxis, what are you doing?
it's a mushroom, man.
Yeah, don't not eat this mushroom.
I'm not gonna eat it. I just want to look at it. So I want to like really examine it.
Okay.
Poke at it. Maybe
Yep.
maybe take out my pocket knife, my Boy Scout knife.
Sure.
and kinda
Okay, so you
chop
poke
off.
at it, and it's spongy, but it's not totally unfirm, so it feels like a very fresh and obviously still live mushroom.
This is an amazing thing. I've never seen anything like this.
It has
We
a-
have a story similar to this in my land called the story of Bristle and Thistle,
Yeah.
about two kittens that get lost in the woods and come upon a house made entirely of meat.
Uh huh.
And they eat the meat because they are hungry, because they are starving kittens.
Right.
And a nasty, it doesn't translate completely, but evil dog person is the owner of the house, and they have made it as a trap, and they use the meat to trap little kittens so that
Oh,
they
sure.
can boil them and eat them.
Yeah, we have
And
a-
then bury
we have
them
a
and be
similar
stupid
s-
like dogs.
We have a similar story. Are you saying this gigantic mushroom that's growing out in the middle of the swamp is a trap specifically for gnomes?
It would seem as though, yes. As that your people seem to enjoy eating things that smell like feet.
On the other hand, if you could hollow out a big piece of whatever and escape from the horrors of the swamp. These mosquitoes that never stop biting. I would happily live inside food as well.
Well, food is awesome. Okay, so I just want to take a look. I understand your warning. I will be very, very, very careful.
Also, if this person does not harbor ill intent, it is a bad thing to eat somebody's house. It's very
That is
rude.
not being a good neighbor.
Right.
You are correct.
So you should talk to whoever this is first
Okay,
before eating
I will
their
go
house.
up to the front door and knock.
You do not eat the house. You
Not
walk up
eat
to the front
house.
door.
I will walk around. She has convinced me not
And-
to eat the house.
You knock.
Hello? Hello?
You hear like a just like a gentle shuffling sound. And the door opens and a small, like bent over gnome woman dressed in like long brown robes walks up and she pushes the door open. And the door, first off, it seems like it's like got some weather damage to it because you can hear it like stick and hit the ground, and then it kind of pushes open. And she also like half steps out of the door, and she's looking around, and her eyesight seems pretty bad because she's like really
She's
stupid.
older than me, but she's an older gnome.
She's quite a bit older than you. Probably like 200, 250, quite an older gnome. She's looking up. Yes. Hello.
Auntie Gnome. Auntie. I'll say in gnomish. I'll say Auntie.
She's here looking out of the doors, but limitations of physical space here.
Gotcha.
Do this.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can you see me?
Yes.
Hi. We were wandering in the swamp here, and we found your.
It's not safe. Not safe in the swamp. There's like a little bit of a warm light inside. It feels quite a bit warmer inside than it does out here.
Well, we found your house.
Yes.
It's a very nice house. This is the only thing we found out here, though.
It's very dangerous in the swamp.
Oh, okay. I can believe that. Maybe me and my friends can come in and maybe take a rest and have a talk about the swamp.
Yes, you and the other gnomes come in and talk.
Well, I'm the only gnome. There's a human and there's a tabaxi.
What?
A human, a tall gnome, and a tabaxi, which is a cat gnome.
Okay, and by the way, this door is quite short. It is just a little bit taller than your head.
Oh wow.
Yes. Bring the others in if you want to bring others in. Come in, young man.
Hey guys, come on in. Nice old lady.
By the way, we call the evil dog people gnolls.
I've heard that name before.
Oh, okay, then you are familiar with the evil dog people.
I am familiar.
They are
with them.
not good.
Not good to eat, or just not good at all.
Just very bad. You do not want to meet an evil dog person. No, now that I know that you know the word.
So, the little old lady invites you all into her hut, where it's a little quieter. The room is like a hollowed out piece of the mushroom. It's not very tall. There's not a really great escape for smoke. There's kind of like a hole that's just been kind of like burrowed in the side, just above her little like bubbling fireplace. So it's a little bit smoky. It's warm in here. It's very cramped. She just has like a little nest of rushes for a bed. It's a very simple room. For both of you, this is about a foot shorter than comfortable.
This is a very lovely home. Thank you for inviting us in.
Your friends are very tall.
Yes, they are quite tall. Yes, there are a lot of tall people. How are you?
Everything hurts.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
And everything is too far away.
What do you mean too far away?
Oh, it takes me all day to get simple things done.
Like what kinds of simple things? Like maybe getting food or going
Food.
to town?
Water. Town? There's no town.
There's no town here.
No town nearby.
Have you ever been to a town?
Yes, of course.
Do you know which direction a town might be in?
I haven't left the swamp in a long time.
Are Tail speaking in Gnomish? Or...
Are you
I'm speaking in
English?
Gnomish, yeah.
That's all we've asked
Just
him
by
to speak
accident.
so far.
I mean, just like speaking in Gnomish. When did you come to the swamp?
Pretty cozy in here.
You're speaking that weird gibberish language again.
A long time ago.
Yet they read Dwarvish.
Why did you
I don't
come to the
understand
swamp?
how it doesn't all come out the same. But then again, it sort of works.
That long ago, huh?
Yeah, you know, I can't think of why.
There are certain
That's all right.
similarities in the
Oh.
languages. Maybe I can translate.
She's gonna sit down. She's like, oh, it's is a lot of standing up and
Oh,
visiting
yes,
with people for me.
please
She sits down on her little rush bed.
Have
My
some-
feet require medical assistance.
Would you like a drink of water? I think I have some. Maybe some, for my jug of water. Whatever I've got, like in my bag of stuff.
Drink my fluids is his response. I think. I mean, keep in mind I'm translating from
Thank you.
gnome to dwarvish to common, and I don't
You're
know.
doing quite well.
Thank you.
Wait, do you speak now?
No, but dwarvish is similar.
That was player.
No.
Does her feet require medical attention?
I don't know. Do your feet? How are your feet, Auntie?
Everything hurts. It always hurts. Everything hurts when you're old.
Oh,
You'll find out someday.
yeah. Well, sooner probably than later. I mean, later than yeah.
You'll find out someday. Everything hurts.
So
I'm going to injure you.
Wait a minute.
that'll get my attention. Wait.
Who's injuring who?
Wait, excuse us, Auntie. Do you know common? I'll say in common. Do you know common?
Where are the spoons? You're good at this.
No.
What?
I will say in Gnomish.
Her feet
Do you
hurt
know
and
any
she's
other
going to injure
languages?
Theophraxis with spoons. This is not making any sense.
No.
Oh, okay. I'll say, okay, she only speaks no.
Okay.
So, do you want to ask any questions? Other than eating bly?
Eat what? I taste badly. We shouldn't eat me.
Well, I was
Oh,
more concerned about her than. Do you have any questions to ask her? I can translate. Question. She's out here. She doesn't remember when she came out here. She said there was a town, but it's like really far away. There's nothing within like a day's walk for sure. And she just keeps saying it's dangerous out in the swamp.
What's dangerous?
No, in Gnomish. So what kinds of dangers are in the swamp?
I've heard there's a witch in the swamp.
She says there's a witch in the swamp.
Does this witch have a name?
Does this witch have a name? Does the witch live in a mushroom?
Do witches live in mushrooms?
Witches live in all kinds of things, don't they? Shoes, huts.
I believe he has just said
Silver
witches have
spoons.
shoes.
Witches have. Okay, well that would make sense.
So no.
Lots
Have
of
you
people
seen
have
a
shoes.
cat with tentacles on it? Rawr.
I have seen a cat like that before.
You have seen that. Have you seen it today?
I've been in my home for quite a while today.
She has seen a cat with tentacles.
Yes.
That would be the cat we fought, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Does she know Asana? Ask her if she knows Asana. Isn't her name Asana, the one with all the magical powers?
Oh,
Oh, Vela.
Vela.
Sorry.
Vela? Vela?
Asana's the
Vela?
good one. Vela.
Vela.
Ask her if she knows Vela.
Auntie, did you know Vela?
Vela. I don't think that's a very good name. I don't think I've had anyone ask me about Vela in a long time. I think that's like a children's story.
Ask her if this is Draysel. Yeah, she lives in Draysel.
Oh, is this Drazel? Do you live in Drazel?
I live in the swamp.
Is the swamp in Drazel?
Is the swamp in Grace still?
God, that's what I'm asking. You don't know? No? She doesn't know. She's very confused.
Would she like to leave the swamp?
Would you like to leave the swamp?
Oh, my children live so far away. What if they didn't know where to find me, or my grandchildren? What if they couldn't find me?
Where
If
do
I
your
left?
children? Where do your children live?
Oh, a long ways away.
Yeah, are
Long
they-
ways, I'm sure.
Do
I
they
haven't
live in
seen-
Drizzle?
I'm not sure where they live. I haven't seen them in so long.
Have you seen them since you've come to the swamp?
No.
Have you seen anyone since you've come to the swamp other than me and my friends?
Yes.
Who were they?
Other gnomes.
Other
People come through the swamp. You're not the first to come through the swamp. I told you it's not safe.
Sure, but you don't know what dangers are in the swamp.
I think it's that witch.
The witch. That's
Maybe
the
other creatures. I don't know. It's very confusing walking in the swamp by yourself.
Did you come to the swamp on purpose, or did you get lost in the swamp?
He is asking if she rode into the swamp on an animal similar to a dolphin.
Swamp dolphins.
They're called a porpoise.
Porpoise.
Swampus?
And he's asking her if she came on the porpoise.
I didn't realize gnomes were friends with creatures of the sea.
Nor was I.
I don't think this used to be a swamp.
What do you mean it didn't used to be a swamp?
I think it used to be a forest when I was a girl.
Was that before you came here?
I used to live here when I was a little girl. It was a forest. I remember a forest.
What happened to the forest?
When she was young, she lived with a person
It
named Tree.
changed.
She lived with a person
It
named
changed
Tree.
and the land became
Or maybe when
wet,
she was old.
like a swamp, and it was a swamp then.
This isn't making,
Do you
this
know
isn't
why?
making any sense.
Maybe
Or
it
I
was
don't think
because
you
of
can
the
speak
witch.
Gnomish as well as you think
The
you
witch. Do you know where the witch is? I mean, I know you say the swamp is dangerous because of the witch, but do you know where the witch lives?
I think she lives in the swamp.
Do you know the direction? Does she live there, or there, or there, or back there?
He is pointing at things.
I don't go out of my house very much. Do some sign language too, in case any of our viewers, don't understand.
I noticed you pointed that way.
Off in that direction, there's a wall of fog. There's fog over there. Do you know about that fog? Have you seen that fog before?
I don't think I've gone that far. I just go outside for water and for mushrooms.
Where do you go for your water?
I have to take my water from the swamp.
How do you clean it?
You let it sit. Cook it a bit. And she points over, and there's a big kettle of water over by the fireplace.
Is that it over there?
I like that.
So she keeps saying it's dangerous in the swamp. And she keeps saying there's a witch in the swamp. The witch is dangerous.
Okay. Did she say anything about a writing on a porpoise?
No, he talked about the porpoise.
Oh, okay.
No, there's nothing going on with porpoises. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to translate your language. I'm doing a good job.
You're doing an interesting job, yes. Yes, no, I didn't say anything about porpoises.
Who is the person named Tree?
There's no person named Tree either.
No, when she was young, she was a person in Tree.
No. When she was young, this was a forest, and now it's a swamp. That's what she said.
So many trees.
So many trees. And I'll say no, many trees.
No.
What is singular for tree?
It's a
That's
swamp
same.
now. It's a swamp. There's no trees.
Yes. Do you have
There are probably more mushrooms like this, though. I
more
recall
mushroom
maybe-
houses like this?
I don't know if there's other houses, but I recall large mushrooms.
I'm beginning to theorize.
Are there other gnomes
that
that live in mushrooms
staying in
nearby?
the swamp
I don't
too
know
long
where the other
causes one
gnomes
to
live,
become
but
forgetful.
I've seen other gnomes.
No,
And,
we should not
they've
drink
come
the
through
water.
and they've left.
Maybe not.
In the
Like,
swamp.
There are
They've
several
come
stories
through the
about people
swamp.
losing their minds due to
They
eating
probably left.
the foods.
They
in the
probably
place or
left.
drinking
I
the
can't
water.
follow them, young man. I can barely move
I believe
around.
you.
Oh, yeah,
Everything
yeah.
hurts.
Sure, I understand. I'm so
Luckily,
sorry
I
that
have
everything
not eaten
hurts.
anything here.
By the gods I have.
I don't know what to ask next. I feel like we should try to get
Has
some
she eaten any
information.
of these mushrooms outside?
I'm sure. Do you eat the mushrooms that are outside?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and she also drinks the water.
And she drinks the water. Yeah.
And she has a really hard time remembering things.
This is true. Yeah, she does have a very hard. She's old too, so I don't know if that. I don't know if. How old are you? Do you remember? If you don't mind me asking.
Just think about it for a while. Last I saw my children, I was 170.
And that was not in the swamp.
It was before the swamp.
So, if it was not, if it was before the swamp, where was that?
Here, before the swamp.
Ah, it was in the. So it was here when this place was a forest. Mm. I'm out of ideas.
We didn't understand anything she said.
Right. She's just talking about her children. The last time she saw her grandchildren and children was when this place was a forest and not a swamp.
So this place,
It used to be a forest.
I
but
mean,
it's
we
now a
have
swamp.
received the information before that Vela transformed everything.
Did we?
In Draysel? Well, Glythias did.
Are there any trees about?
I don't know of any trees in this part of the forest. The swamp. I said the forest on accident. Around here, all I see is mushrooms. Swamp.
Theophragmus.
Yeah.
If she would like to leave, and I hope this doesn't come across as rude, I would be happy to carry her.
Okay. I
If
won't
she would like
necessarily
to
say
leave
it that
this
way,
place.
but I will. Auntie, do you have any interest in maybe leaving the swamp? We could take you somewhere if you want us to.
But if I leave, how will my children find me?
Have your children visited you here before?
I haven't seen them in so long.
We could possibly take you to the children. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I don't know where to find them.
So she doesn't want to leave because she's afraid her children won't be able to find her. But she hasn't seen her children since she's come to the swamp.
Well, anywhere is better than here, right? It's ultimately her decision.
So you would prefer to stay?
I don't know where I would go. And if you go out into the swamp, aren't you worried the witch will find you?
She keeps talking about this witch guy.
Then we will find the witch.
Yes, finally, let's do something. And Aurora's out the door.
Do you know where the witch is?
I wouldn't go looking for a witch myself.
Arvin is out the
But
door as
we
well.
can go looking. Okay, I guess I can go looking for the witch. Do you know where she is?
You should be very careful, young man.
We can be very careful.
Be careful.
But you don't know where the witch is. All right, I'll dig around in my food supplies or whatever and offer some whatever I have. Give her some.
Food of some kind.
Yeah, whatever,
Okay.
whatever
Alright.
I have on my hands.
All right.
Here you go.
Eat this.
So you don't have to walk around or whatever. And here, have my water skin, so you don't have to. I understand you're tired.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for the visit. Can we come back maybe later on and have another visit? Maybe take a rest later if we have to.
Yes, you can come back.
Well, I'm sorry. What was your name?
Millie.
Millie. Okay, well, thank you for the chat, Millie. It's very nice of you to let me come into your home and have a short visit like this.
Be safe out there.
Oh, okay. And I'm gonna close the door quietly.
I'm gonna see if I can pick up on the beast again.
Okay.
So she said she's seen. Okay, so she says there's a witch out in the swamp someplace. She said she's seen this cat thing, but not recently. She said there's been other visitors to her place, passersby, but they're not here anymore. They left. She said it used to be a forest, but then it was a swamp. She says she works hard to get food and water. So she doesn't know a way out. She doesn't know the direction to go to the nearest city if there's one, but she does vaguely remember there being a city or some place where her kids used to live. Oh, but no. She said her children used to live here with her when this was a forest. But she kept saying the witch was dangerous.
Perhaps if we take her to the witch, things will change around here.
Well, I gotta wonder. Okay, so, sorry, player to player. What were we calling? What's this like? Go bias. What were we calling?
Mean Joe.
Mean Joe. So I gotta wonder if Mean Joe did something about something that was involved with this. Because when we first found him, when we first came across him, there was that dam and the water was all swampy.
Yeah.
You know, we're in a place that he's already corrupted. I have no problem if Gulthias wants to show up anytime soon. In fact, I would relish if Gulthias would show up right now.
Boom. No.
Shit.
Meanwhile, I'm trying
Meanwhile,
to.
I'm thinking about the door back to the Infinity Tower. So, I mean, what do you guys...
I lost its tracks.
Honestly...
Yeah, actually, all you can smell right now is mushroom. It is an overpowering, earthy aroma.
I'm gonna just head in the direction that I was originally headed in. Yeah.
Okay.
Roar just says, "Okay, bored now," and walks off.
The perpetual Aurora saga.
Any direction is as good as any at this point. Did she say anything about where the witch was, or just that there was a witch?
She just kept saying there was a witch. She doesn't know where it is, so she kept warning us that the witch was very dangerous.
By the way, you notice that as she moves, little stones appear beneath her feet and then vanish.
Are you using cool earth shaping abilities?
I'm sure using some elemental abilities to create stone. Because I can create 1 cube of a shape made out of earth, fire, water, or mist. So that's what she's creating right under her feet as she walks.
That seems like a solid plan.
Okay, so
I wasn't even
Laura
going for that.
is going to carry us so that we don't ruin our boots anymore.
Awesome.
I mean, if you step where she steps, and really are following her, then you'll get to them before they disappear. But they can only stay pretty much as she walks on it.
She's pretty much gliding on a 5-foot block of stone,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Which keeps creating and disappearing as she walks along
you
because,
sure you don't want to just have like a floating stone disc that you're just standing on all the time?
I mean, if I can, but that's kind of going beyond her abilities.
Is it? Because you can create 5 feet and you can
1
control
foot
it.
cube.
1 foot cube. Oh, okay. 1 foot cube. You can just put 1 foot on a rock and glide.
Right, that's why I'm saying it's kind of like stone appearing under her foot and she steps, stone appears under her foot and she steps.
1 foot's not a ton, that's for sure.
Paw.
What?
Paw. 1 paw at a time?
1 paw at a time. I was trying to figure out what the
If this
paw
was
about.
in combat, it would be making her move very slow, but we're not in combat, so I'm just doing some flavor.
Okay, so Aurora is just walking and seems like she is walking in the middle of nowhere on stone. Cool.
So, where are you going, Aurora?
I'm following the beast. Well, I'm trying to get away from the stinky mushrooms
So you can find the beast.
so I can find the beast.
Ah,
However, there are more stinky mushrooms.
there are. But the one behind you is the stinkiest of all.
So once I've made a little bit of ground, I'm going to try to
Yes, I will follow.
pick up its scent again.
Okay.
And I'm not.
You all continue in this direction for a while.
Yeah.
You guys should make perception checks.
All of us?
No, it's pretty much immaterial for you.
720.
Great. You, no, you're good. You are both very close to stepping into what appears to be a series of gas bubbles raising in the middle of the swamp.
Oh, wait, whoa. You said?
I see that. That's. I don't know what that is,
Gas
but that's
bubbles?
weird.
Like gas bubbles.
Okay, so when we started this campaign, I said I wanted to build one of the gnome lighters that the rock gnomes can build.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I have an idea. Lean over.
Do you require assistance?
Do you want to do it? Your arm's longer.
I'm not going to touch it. I
You don't have to touch anything. All you gotta do is like that. Click this button. Little fire, little flame comes out. All you gotta do is hold that next to the gas bubbles. And
I'm going to cast guidance on him. May he bless your actions, and I move him the fuck out of the way.
I mean, I'm not gonna be, I'm still walking, so.
Yeah. You're
So
creating your own
add a D4 to
land
whatever
now, so I
it is
figure
you're
it's not
going
going to
to
happen.
Okay.
Okay.
I will light the lighter.
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Sweet.
And you get to add a d4.
I get to add a D4.
Yeah, because of the awesome power of Palor.
Woohoo! Go Palor! Oh, Palor's not as cool as I was.
Well, you just didn't roll as well
How
as Palor.
dare you.
Dex save?
Dex save.
21.
21.
Yep.
You ignite the bubbles in a burst of flame and are unscathed.
Nice. Is it like a
It goes-
tower of flame?
No, just like a methane pocket that you hit.
Wow.
And it just kind of like erupts and it's done.
That was cool. Do the bubbles start up again?
No.
They're all gone.
Yeah. I'll save them for later.
Whoa. Did you do that? That was cool.
Yes.
Do I understand what that was at all, or do I
There was swamp gas.
know what swamp gas?
You could probably guess. I mean, underground work.
Oh yeah,
would involve
pockets of underground gas and things
Sure.
like that. Yeah,
It's something
yeah.
you can understand fundamentally.
Yeah. That must have been like some kind of gas or something. That's pretty cool.
Did it come from something specific?
It's built up over time by dead vegetation. Keep up.
Laura's not proficient in nature skill, but she's getting kind of a test of being in the forest all night.
My
She is
fur's
not
getting
proficient in nature at all.
We
I just thought
covered
it would be funny for her to say it.
She thinks that a beelet is called an earth cow. Come on.
Oh, maybe it's left behind by the earth cows.
Although, to be fair, it would have been a 14 if I had rolled it.
That's why it sounds so
Okay.
good.
All right, cool. So we know there's gas bubbles out there.
And you continue to see some further ones up ahead as you continue on.
So so when I get to another one, I want to. Let's see. I have alchemist supplies, right? I do. I'm assuming among my alchemist supplies, maybe I have a couple empty vials or something.
Sure.
So can I just sort of take a vial, kind of hold it over in the gas bubbles, and hold it for a while, and try to collect some of the gas?
Go ahead and make a dex check. Add your Tigger's proficiency.
You still have guidance going on too, so.
It's gonna be.
Does that work for skill checks?
Yes, it is a D4. Add the number rolled to one ability check of its choice.
Yeah, if you could. If you
One
could-
ability check of its choice during the duration, which is concentration, some period of time.
The concentration for up to 1 minute.
Okay, so you are no longer spirit guardians here.
No, I haven't done that. For
That would have
Just
gone
so
away.
That died during the rest.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I'm totally paying
Can
attention
I
to
get some
time.
Okay,
guidance?
so do I add that D4 then or not? I'm sorry.
Sounds like you do.
Okay, cool. So in Tinker Dex,
Yep.
so 25.
You lose no fingers and you handily capture a vial of swamp gas.
Sweet. Okay, got a vial of swamp gas. I'll throw it with you that later.
That's a good question.
Okay, so I guess I'll keep following her. I'll catch up.
Yeah, can I make another survival check to try to pick up tracks again, or am I just so off the trail by now?
I mean, I'm imagining this number is a very big number, but you can try for it.
Yes. 19.
19.
If you but ask, Paylor can assist you in this.
Yeah, if you want to give me some guidance.
Paylor will give you some guidance.
You're smelling.
20 altogether now.
You are pretty sure you pick up the scent of that cat.
Okay, I'm gonna follow that sign.
It's almost the scent of a normal cat, not quite a tabaxi, but there's an undercurrent that you associate with like fey, wild type places. Something that's just slightly unusual and unnatural. Smells spot on. And there's that hint of blood
Nice.
Certainly seems like your prey.
I'm gonna follow that.
It is in the exact opposite direction of where you're traveling.
I'm gonna follow it the exact opposite direction of where I'm traveling.
Yep. Aurora basically hard stops and turns around.
What's going on?
Thanks, Paylor. Now she's off.
Okay, so you're just gonna go.
Can I give us a little chase after?
No, I mean, I don't think she can move at full speed through a swamp while tracking something.
Not super great now.
No.
So you move forward for a period of time back in the direction you had previously gone.
Mm-hmm.
And you're following the scent.
Yeah.
And you smell it quite strongly.
Okay.
And you start smelling again the scent of mushrooms.
And we're back at the house.
Yes.
Huh. It's around here. Like it seems to have stopped somewhere around here, I take it, or it's just so...
Yeah, it's mixing in with that mushroom smell, but you're pretty sure this is where you want to be.
Do you communicate that?
I think that there's something going on with that lady in the mushroom house. And I think we should kill her.
Whoa! You just can't go around killing people. You know anything about her? Do you know what lady?
Is she...
Well, granted, I can't assume she's just an old lady, and you can't assume she needs to be killed. I mean, if anything, we need to, if you think there's a problem here, we should look around, see if we can figure it out
I need
first.
to be 100% assured that this is an enemy before I strike anything down.
Exactly. I mean, I'm kind of suspicious. She kept talking about a witch. I wonder if she's the
She's
witch.
living in a very witchy sort of structure.
I get all of that. We have a...
Did you ever ask her if she was the witch?
Did I? I don't think I did.
You tell me.
I never asked her if she was...
Yeah? No?
Arvin is striking towards mushroom.
Do you have any sort of... Oh, it's going.
Where's she going?
I'm going to the mushroom.
Do you have any sort of detection abilities about evil things?
Oh, yeah.
Not
Detect magic.
prepared. I can see if there's something magical around here, though.
Okay, do that.
Yeah, do that. Do that.
Yeah.
Do it.
Casting Detect Magic.
Okay. You cast Detect Magic.
Oh, give me a
Everything
minute.
glows.
Give me 10 minutes. I'm going to cast it as a ritual.
There you go. Maybe we can sit on the stump or something.
I mean, this is definitely where the Displacer Beast scent went to. And it's, like, here somewhere.
Did the displacer be sent into here?
As far as I can tell, right?
Wait, do we know it's a displacer beast? I'm sorry. Did the monster scent lead us here?
Tentacle Cat.
Tentacle, yeah.
As far as I know, right? This
Yeah.
is where
Oh yeah, spot on.
it is. This is where it stopped.
While he's getting ready for his ritual, I'm gonna look around the mushroom base to see if there's like a hole or anything like that where a tentacle cat might hide.
Go ahead and make an investigation check. Aurora, anything you want to do?
I'm just gonna try to find more tracks or anything like that. I mean, I guess it could also be investigation.
You
or
can follow up with a
perception.
survival check if it's survival you're going for. If you're like scent tracking and so forth, I think that's appropriate. If you want to look for clues and touch stuff, I think that could be investigation.
I'll keep doing
15?
survival.
Okay. So you're searching around here, poking and prodding at the base. You haven't found anything that's a secret door or trap yet.
It's a 17 on the die, 20 altogether.
20 for searching for things using survival.
Yes.
The scent that you get from this building is commingling that of the Displacer Beast tentacle cat and the mushroom. In the surrounding area, you see no tracks, probably because of the fact that it's a swamp. There's no other scent markers anywhere around where it feels like it's a trail that like led up to somewhere. It feels like this is the source of the scent.
Okay, I'm gonna climb to the top of the mushroom structure.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Athletics check.
My athletics is terrible.
Okay. So what'd you get?
2 on the die, 1 altogether.
Okay. It is a spongy, like slick mushroom. Not great for cat claws. Your claws are actually just ripping pieces off the mushroom when you try to claw it.
Can I give it a try? Climb up there too. Wait, first of all, what are you doing?
I'm going to check the roof.
So you could try to
I'll
climb.
give it a try.
You could try to assist her in the climb. Either one's fine.
Let me give it a try.
Okay. So you're gonna make an athletics check.
Yeah. Do you want to help me?
I don't
Like,
know.
give me a boost or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I'll
basically
give
what we're
you
going
those,
for.
yeah.
Okay, so you get advantage on it.
Athletics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Athletics.
Yeah, sure. That's
19.
okay. You're a little bit more used to the idea of climbing up slick, wet surfaces, so you get up there more handily.
Okay. So, anything up there other than the top of the mushroom?
No, it smells really good.
The mushroom smells really good?
Like a really delectable mushroom.
Okay, so while I try to ignore the sweet...
It's like you're
scent
walking on a
of
pepperoni
fresh
pizza.
mushroom. Exactly. While I'm trying to ignore that sweet, fresh scent of food ready just right there.
Right there.
I'm gonna look around since I'm like that high up to see if I can like see anything that I didn't see before, like a cat wandering around, a city, fog bank, something evil, an evil tree that's trying to destroy us.
Like reaching down.
Yeah,
I
like
don't understand
branches
that
like
it is here. It is here now.
The fog is here in this direction.
Oh, it's still over.
Otherwise, you see swamp.
All right. So, yeah, there's nothing up here other than mushroom. I'll take out my handy Gnome Scout's pocket knife and I will cut a little piece off the damn roof and eat it. Well, that'd be a big piece.
Right. Well, you know, I'm interpreting. Okay, so yeah, you get a piece of mushroom and you eat it.
All right.
And it is a good mushroom. This
This
is
is-
not a type of mushroom you've tried before.
I'll cut off another piece and put it in my put it in the bag of holding.
Yeah, this
I'll
is
cut
like some
off
sort
a
of
big piece and put it in the bag of holding.
Sure. This is some sort of unusual variety that you're not familiar with.
All right.
And I mean, obviously, it's very old, so it's got like a, you know,
nice musty.
it's just a really well developed flavor.
Yeah. What? I'm sorry.
Throw down a rope.
You have a rope.
Okay, can I use acrobatics to climb the rope? Or...
I will let you use acrobatics to climb the rope.
Great, now I roll a 19 on the die.
So
So,
you really didn't need it.
so you know, 27.
Yeah, you handily climb up the rope.
Okay. I'm gonna investigate around.
Theophraxis is cutting holes out of the mushroom and eating it.
Or just
I-
one. Just one.
Right. But
Well,
he's got
when
this
I
other
say-
big piece that he's
and a
putting
big
into the
piece that
bag
I'm
of holding
stuffing
like
into
this.
Yeah,
Don't
there you
put
go.
that in the bag of holding.
Why not? This is really yummy. Have you? Okay.
Do not put that in the bag of holding, or
Okay.
I will kick you off this roof.
Look at it this way. Look at it this way. Okay,
You are putting a
if
potentially
I found,
evil and destructive thing
if
inside
we
of the bag
found
of
a
holding.
nice select steak,
Did
bloody,
you not listen to my story
raw-
about Gristle and Thistle?
you know what? We can deal with anything.
No,
Yes.
but you put that in there in the bag, and you're putting an evil thing in the bag, and it's going to destroy everything in the
One-
bag.
One,
Everything in that bag.
we don't know that.
It's going to.
and honestly, here's
Don't
here's
do
the
it.
thing. Here's the thing.
Don't.
Here's the thing.
But-
if it were evil,
Yeah.
okay, if it's like alive or whatever, it'll die like in a minute anyway, because it can't breathe in there.
No, don't put it in the bag. Did you trust put it in the bag?
Yeah, put it in the
Let's
bag.
slap it out of your hand before you put it in the bag.
All
You
right.
just slap it out of his hand, the poor guy.
I want this mushroom, damn it.
That's fine. So when we did this last time, it was a sleight of hand check on your part if you're going to slap this out of his hand. And you're going to roll a, what do you want to roll?
I don't know what I do.
We're doing contested
The same
sleight
check.
of
Contested
Do
hand.
sleight of
contested
hand.
sleight of hand
Contested
checks.
sleight of
That's
hand.
perfect.
Well, damn it.
Damn.
I've got a 7.
Oh man,
Oh, I got better than that.
that's going to be the new best moment when both players say
Oh,
dead. They
damn.
roll a contested
I
check
got an
against
8.
one another. And it's in there, right before you
Look,
claw it out of his
Look,
hands.
if it's bad, we'll get rid of it. Trust me, okay?
If it's bad, it has destroyed what's in the bag of holding, dum-dum.
Okay, I
And
will
she
open-
knocks on his head like there's nothing in
I
it.
will open up the bag of holding and I will stick my head in to look around. I know this very good. So I'll reach around in there. Look, there's nothing bad going on. Look, pull my arm in there.
I'm going to put it into the bag of holding.
I
don't
don't
fit,
think
no.
that's going to happen.
Okay.
It's a valiant effort on your part as you try to stuff his shoulder down their face, but he gets caught right there at the shoulder. Look
Okay,
closer.
there's enough of this conflict. If something bad happens, I'll take that out. Well, I don't want to take it out. I'll
out.
reach around there for it and I'll say,
You
mushroom piece, and I'll grab onto it, make sure nothing's going on there. And then I'll say,
I do not want
gold coins, and I'll take out a handful of gold coins. See, nothing's wrong here. Gold coins, and I'll put them back in. Nothing's wrong.
You do know that magic has turned this whole area evil. And you've decided to put something corrupted by evil magic into the bag.
I don't know
the
that
magic
mushrooms.
bag.
Okay, I'll make a deal with you. When Bly is done with his ritual, if he says this whole place is evil, I will get rid of the mushroom piece. But there's no magic here. There's absolutely no reason not to take a big old piece of
thing
yummy
is
mushroom.
magic.
Yeah,
You don't know
ding.
Ding!
You're done.
Something trenchfoot sticking that inside of the bag.
Okay.
Why? Theophraxis
Is
is
there-
putting evil mushrooms in the bag.
Is there
Tell her to stop
evil
putting
here,
evil
Bly?
mushrooms in the bag.
Yes, I've
Aurora
heard.
thinks it's evil. Is there
Distantly,
evil?
this fog bank is magical. The mushroom does have an aura, thank you, of enchantment
There is
around
actually
it.
an aurora.
There is an aurora.
I
which
know
is
there's an
not
aurora on the
necessarily
mushroom.
magical
Is there an
itself.
aura on the mushroom?
There's an aura of magic about the mushroom, of enchantment.
You see that? You say that?
Yes, that
Also illusion.
this mushroom is not natural.
Please take the mushroom piece
Okay.
out of the bag.
Take it out?
Take it out of the bag.
Mushroom
Take the
piece.
mushroom back.
Yeah.
The fog bank is not natural.
I'll put it back in its hole too.
Okay.
And I'll pat it down.
Yep.
This
No,
is
it's okay.
an enchanted illusory thing that you are standing on.
Aurora jumps off of it.
I'll shimmy on down.
All right. Anywhere else you're looking at?
Word.
So the mushroom is an illusion.
No,
and
it
it's
has
magic.
illusory
I'm
properties.
just gonna kind of take a
And enchantment
360 and look
properties.
around the swamp itself. Maybe
Is
those-
that you looking down too?
Yeah.
Remember those bubbles? There are a lot of bubbles around you.
We need to move. There are bubbles, those things that toyed with.
I
Okay.
toyed with nothing.
Sweet.
Oh yeah. What's wrong with you?
Nothing good about a meditation.
Okay, so now we kill the person in there, right? They're clearly evil.
We don't kill. You don't know that they're
I
evil.
know
He just
something
said there's
more
magic
than
and
they let
illusion.
on.
Okay. I'm
Okay, I'm
walk around.
going.
I'm gonna walk around.
I jump the bubbling puddle and get to the door.
No, I'm gonna go to the door too.
Okay. So you go to the door.
He's moving faster than normal.
Damn right. I gotta protect Auntie.
You go to the door.
Mhm.
What do you do when you get to the door?
I kick in the door.
Wow. You go ahead and make that strength check.
Subtle.
Yeah, 9.
9. You kick in the half-rotten wooden door of this shambles of a structure here. It's a little pitiful gnome door, yes. And inside, the little gnome lady sits up from her rushes and looks around confusedly.
Sarcasm.
I pounce on her.
You pounce on her. Awesome.
You know, like Tigger onto Winnie the Pooh.
Right. Go ahead and make... It's an athletics check.
16.
0. Very good. You win. So she is borne down to the ground, and you hear something snap as she hits the ground. And she moans, "Oh!" because you are crushing her collarbone, and you seem to have broken it.
Where is she?
What?
Where is it? It's here.
Am I there yet?
Yes, you're there.
Speak, witch!
The
Get-
old lady is making a painful, terrible face as she's being basically snapped in two by a horse.
Get
standing on her
off of
chest.
her, you crazy cat!
She's
Am I there or am I
faking.
just
I'm gonna use
hanging out with my
athletics
friends
check
It's
to
up
get
to
her
you.
off.
Do you like hanging out?
I want to get her off the old lady
Okay.
because
Well,
I haven't seen any evidence that she's a bitch yet.
athletics versus athletics. You can actually use acrobatics because you're resisting
Yes.
a grapple, if anything.
Oh, can I use acrobatics too?
No.
Nope.
Damn. 24.
Dang.
He's really good at grappling stuff. It's the
He
only
really
check he
is.
always
Yeah, he has
wins.
successfully grappled me.
Okay, so you have Aurora.
The brawl feet. I just want to push her up. I'm like, dude, chill out. You're killing her. You know anything about it yet, okay? Here's the thing. If she's a witch,
owning and holding her.
Fly, come in here.
I'm
If
here.
she's a witch, you can kill her. But we don't. Even if she's a witch, we don't know if she's evil yet. Chill out.
What's the deal?
Auntie.
Lies inside.
Am I seeing anything?
Are you seeing anything there with her?
Yeah. My detect magic's good for 10 minutes, so.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Is she emanating anything?
Yes. An illusion. An illusory aura.
Stop lying and reveal yourself.
What?
Can I make another,
So now you understand common.
Oh! I let you go. Oh, snap!
See, I'm not
Maybe
dumb
you
like
could've
people
really
think I
done
am.
me
I'm
in.
smart.
I never said you were dumb. I was just waiting. All right. Dang.
Touche, sir. But anyways, yes.
Auntie, you lied. I say in common. What's going on? You can stop rubbing the collarbone. I don't believe you now.
Yeah, witch.
Yeah, are you the witch?
Are you the witch? You're the witch.
Enough of this. I cast Dispel Magic.
You cast Dispel Magic. Excellent. I love looking stuff up.
On her.
Oh, I kind of figured that part out.
No, I'm a mushroom man.
Yeah, you don't want to know what you've been eating.
Ew.
Yeah, it's all
Standing
poop.
on a giant. This whole
Everything's
time.
been pooped this whole time.
Yum.
Yeah.
Well, that would explain a nice
Like
earthy
most
flavor.
So, see, this is the difference
No
between
patties.
the difference between wisdom and intelligence, everybody.
So you felt like you really had wisdom, right?
I do. Not as high as his, so.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, his is ungodly.
Boom, boom. Well,
Isn't it like a 20
it's
now?
Yeah,
good
it's
for a
fine.
person who is a spellcaster whose native ability is that, or
Well, mine is a
necessary ability.
16.
Oh, well, so's mine.
Well, then stop being so last about.
Okay.
I should have done the insight check on it, is what I should have done.
So
And
you
as
are
a player, I
dispelling
should-
magic on her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that.
But this was more fun.
Her shape changes just a little bit. Her appearance becomes sallow with like deep veiny lines throughout her body. Everything looks kind of like green. Her nails are really long. They're like twisted, gross fingernails. Her hair is all natty little pieces, and her teeth are rotten and broken in her mouth. And she's still hunched over like this. You can smell her breath from here. It's foul. and-
Auntie, you tricked me. I'm so disappointed.
I said a single thing that wasn't true yet.
Your appearance wasn't true. And you left things out. A lie of omission is almost as bad as a regular lie. There it is.
You don't know the thing you're speaking of, son.
Willing to forego the assumption that you may be evil as you did not attack us and you let us wander around the swamp. However, not disclosing your true self to us when you had the chance has led me to believe that you do not wish us any good either.
Don't forget that the beast is here. Which she definitely lied about. Well,
Well, we don't know yet. We can ask her outright. Is the cat with the tentacles here? Are you the cat with the tentacles? Are you its owner?
I mean, she's not the cat with the tentacles because he spelled that illusion magic.
Fair enough. Is it your pet? Do you own it? Do you control it? Do you talk with it? Do you interact with it? Are you friends? Do you follow her on Facebook?
Are you Vela?
Oh, no. Not I. Does Vela live in the swamp?
Vela can live anywhere from what I know. No. Vela does not live in the swamp. She lives in the house of the ice. I'm your target.
But you've already learned one thing about Vela. And the second you should learn is to stay away for your own safety.
So what's your relation to Vela?
You presume so much.
I do, because I don't know anything, so I have to ask.
Our intention is not to stay away, but to find.
Where's the cat?
She walks over towards her fireplace.
What are you doing?
She seems totally unworried about your presence behind her. She walks over to her fireplace, and when she reaches it, she kind of waves her hand. Come on, don't do this to me. And instead you see a bubbling cauldron in there. If you want something from me, give me something. If we're not trading, I'm not telling.
Depends on what you want.
What are you going to offer? And what do you really want?
See Vela. Start even more than.
Oh no, she definitely seems a trustworthy type that we should make deals with.
Yeah, I don't
This is
think
exactly
we need
like
to be
the
making
story.
This is okay. I wanted to be open and open to new experiences, and maybe give someone the benefit of the doubt, because maybe I thought Auntie over here was not an evil thing in living in the swamps, but so now I am forced to agree with Aurora here.
Okay, so
I don't
perhaps the
know that
deal
we
is
can
that we
trust
let
her.
you live when you give us what we want, and you'll
Know that we
continue
can do
to
that.
live your wretched existence here in the swamp.
Don't threaten me, young man. Don't make me think that you're going to come in here wearing the symbol of the sun on your chest and kill people just for living in a hut in a swamp.
And yet you try to dissuade us from seeking Vela. Yeah, I don't think you have the best of our intentions in your mind either.
Do you think you should go seeking Vela if you want to live a long and healthy life?
I don't care as long as I live, as long as I
You heard the
find
story of the
Vela.
honey versus the vinegar?
There are many threats going on.
Yes, there are. I've seen that.
If I do you no harm and live in my little hut, what do you think your sun god would think of you going around killing people who have done nothing to you?
Have you done things to those visitors
I should
you
note
talked
that
about?
I worship a cat god that is perfectly okay with me killing her.
That's right. My god would probably frown on me. However, my friends not so much.
And which of those two is the important one?
Don't say it, because no matter what, your answer is wrong.
I would listen to your friend, and I would stop threatening people who have done nothing to you.
Then please stop barring our way.
I'm not doing anything to you.
She hasn't stopped us.
Where is the beast?
That is a question I would like answered. Where is the beast?
I don't know.
You know it's here.
I wish we had
I tracked it right to here. This nose don't lie.
Yeah,
Does
this
this,
nose
uh,
doesn't lie.
If you desire peace, then name your price. Otherwise, we have no other recourse than to force it out of here.
Sorry.
If you want something, you offer something. If you don't want anything from me, you can leave.
I already gave you something. I gave you water and mushrooms and food.
And you took part of my house and ate it.
Touche.
See, I told you to not do that. Repeat.
It was a very yummy house. You do understand that, right?
I do.
So many times. I even gave a very illustrative story.
I understand.
You live in a
But-
house in the middle of a swamp, and your house is a mushroom. You say you can take care of yourself against three of us, so you neither want material goods nor do you need protection or anything killed. Yet you still aren't naming the price.
I don't name prices. If you want something, you offer something. If you'd like to leave, leave.
I have a lovely hand axe here. It's all yours. Is this what you want? Because this is what I have to offer currently.
What do you want?
I want to find Vela.
You want to find the cat?
We want to find the cat.
Where's the cat?
Right?
I
We
don't
want to
know
find
where
the cat and
is.
Vela.
I don't know where the cat is.
Well, it
she's
came
answered
here.
that.
I don't think
Okay.
she's telling the truth.
Did the cat come here, or did you lose track of it here? Like,
No, it definitely came here.
So the trail
Ends
from
here.
the other side came here, and then we passed it, and the trail turned around and came here again.
No, I picked up the. I realized that I'd overshot and came back here, which is where the trail ended. Yes, that's
That's your best impression.
yeah. The trail ended here. I was overshooting because I thought it continued because I thought that we were talking to a nice old lady who had a house that I didn't want you to eat. But it ends up that we have whatever she is, and she's harboring demon cats.
Auntie, are you harboring demon cats?
There's no cat here.
Are you harboring demons?
There's no one here but me and the three of you.
Insight check?
Sure.
Finally.
I would also like to make an insight check.
Cool. Why not? Karma.
You.
It's only a 12, but
It's better than a natural 1.
Seems legit to you.
You know what? Everybody else is doing it, so I'm going to do it too.
Ooh, you got a good
And
one.
I got a 21.
Damn!
Actually, also sounds legit to you.
You desire nothing, and yet you're
She's
asking
just a
for
sweet
price.
old lady. I don't know where you guys are like totally like.
What is
like
the service
laying
I
on
can do for you? I'm willing to provide you a service.
her. Dude,
If anyone has better ideas, please speak now because I'm running out.
want to beat her up.
I am not entirely opposed to that right now.
I don't mean that we could survive that. She doesn't know where the cat is. You know what may be more important is getting out of the damn swamp. And then we can find Vela on our own.
Okay. By all
Fair
means,
enough.
ask away.
Great, so now I get the curse. Is that what you're saying? Fine, I'll
I'll
take
shoulder the burden if it is one to be
I
messed
will
up.
take one for the team. Okay, ignore this talk about Vela and demon cats or anything. We just want to get out of the swamp. How do we get out of the swamp? I can offer you these chunks of gold taken from the deepest recesses of a Dwarven kingdom, an ancient Dwarven kingdom.
I live in a mushroom. In a swamp.
Well, I'm sure you experience loads of foot rot and trench foot. I can offer you these healing potions. I'll take 3 healing potions out of the bag of holding. Clearly, you're unimpressed by my offer. What would you want in exchange for this information that I asked? Not getting nothing, huh?
All right, hand axe and a light crossbow. This is the best I've got for you. You can take them both. They both fit in your hands. They're wonderful things.
I live in a swamp. In a mushroom. I have very few things I need.
I bet you're lonely out here, right? Right? You're lonely, right? When was the last time you spent an evening with a nice, strapping young lad like this one here?
I'm a priest.
It doesn't mean
I've
you
taken
can't have a
certain
good
vows.
time, my friend.
Aren't you more her size?
That thing you're thinking of,
I'm not
it
going to
starts
answer
with
that
PR,
question.
but it's not priest.
What's in the cauldron anyway?
It looks mostly like swamp water.
Okay, so you want to stay here, so you don't want to leave. You don't want food, you don't want water, you don't want material things. Tell you what, how about if we kill Vela for you? Do you hate Vela? Is she a troublemaker? We will kill her for you.
I'm alright. Thank you.
Damn.
I'm not. I ain't got nothing.
You
I
tell
thought
us
for sure
nothing
she'd
and
go
yet
for
you
blood.
demand something.
I don't demand anything. You can leave whenever you like.
Or her house will be.
All trails point back to here. We're at a dead end. You are obstructing us.
I'm not doing anything. You are the ones who refuse to leave or make honorable bargains.
I just want to know where that cat is.
Yeah.
Does it smell at all like the cat in here?
Yeah.
Like it's a real strong, like it's here.
Stronger outside than inside, but yeah.
The scent of the cat is stronger outside than it is inside.
Same with the scent of the mushroom. It's stronger outside than inside.
But the scent of the mushroom is also stronger outside than inside.
Well,
so
that
it
would
could
make
just be an
sense.
effect.
I'm gonna start looking around. I'm
Sure.
just gonna start looking around. Investigation check, looking for any holes, secret doors, that kind of.
Go ahead. Cool.
19. That'd be awesome.
Great. So the hut looks exactly like it did before.
How much more magic are you picking up on in here?
That's a very good question.
So she's not appearing to be magical right now. The cauldron has some sort of magical effect of enchantment going on. That's about it.
All right. I'm gonna walk over to the cauldron and see if I can actually see anything else that's happening inside of it.
I mean, it itself is brewing up something that seems to be an enchantment of some kind.
It's enchantment, for sure.
Yeah, whatever's in the liquid seems to be an enchantment.
So what shall we call you?
Call me Millie.
Millie.
Millie is fine.
Millie, I don't know how to negotiate with you. You want nothing that we have. I have offered you a service which didn't seem like you wanted. We've offered to slay
Hey man,
someone.
don't take it personally.
We have offered to slay someone for you. But that's still nothing that you want.
You jump around like rabbits, all of you. You want to offer me a service? You want to do something for me in exchange for leaving the swamp? Is that what you want?
In exchange for leaving the swamp, finding the cat, finding Vela, any of the above, any and all of the above.
Mostly the cat.
Most of the cat.
I don't know where the cat is.
It's definitely somewhere around here. Can you not smell it? Does your thing do... How do I put it? Does your hut create an effect that makes one perceive their desire? For instance, he desires to eat mushrooms, so there is a mushroom. I desire to find this cat, so I smell the cat. Is that your little trick?
I'm not desiring anything here.
No, but our desires are influencing it.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, what she said. So look at me, she asked the question.
I'm taking that as a yes. Okay, this is a waste of time, and Aurora's gone.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Where are you going?
Out.
Alright. Well, I guess we're done here. Thank you for your time, Monty.
So what is it exactly that you do here, besides Vex Travelers?
This is where I live.
You said that there were others before. Were they also seeking Vela or the witch? Are you the
No one
witch?
searches for Vela. No one tries to find a witch.
No one has striven to try to rid this.
How many people do you know that would seek out Vela?
Not enough, apparently. Millie, perhaps we got off on the wrong foot. While I did take offense that you deceived us, I can understand why you would want your privacy out here in the middle of everything. However, you must realize that my companions and myself, we are trying to do the right thing out here. I am imploring you, as one person to another, if you have anything that you can give to us, any information at all that can get us out of the swamp, finding Vela, finding her servant, that cat. I don't know what I have that I can give to you, but I would be happy to give it. My companions are walking. I'm going to have to join them eventually.
One night. We're totally adults here. We can handle this.
I've heard that one night in Bangkok makes. Heard it makes a hard man crumble.
I've heard that too.
We're totally gonna
He's a pretty hard guy.
Oh, are you? A hard man.
I'm totally not going to look at you because we need to do
Just
this.
bear that way. I think that's totally great.
We're just like outside hanging around. You're walking away, right?
They're walking
and what are
away.
you doing, Aurora?
She's just kind of gnashing her teeth and reminding herself that it's not a good thing to just kill people for no good reason.
It's not a good thing to kill people. It's not a good thing. Do we hear that offer?
No, probably not. I mean, I imagine you guys have walked
You
out
need
like
one night of what?
whatever I say.
Oh dear.
One moment. Companions.
You guys turn around?
Aurora launches herself through the door. We're fighting now.
I may have struck a deal. She requires one night of anything that she has requested.
Not from me, she doesn't. And then Aurora leaves again.
What can I do for you?
Oh, step away. It's a little open-ended, don't you think?
I haven't agreed to it yet.
Can we have a list of the possibilities? Like a menu? Column A, column B? No, we just have to agree to it without knowing ahead of time. That sounds so bad. Or you have to agree
From
to
outside, Aurora shouts again like, I agree to nothing! Nothing! You have no contract with me!
Understand. If you
None!
are asking me to break any article of my faith, to murder someone outright, or anything evil or diabolical,
Or icky.
or icky, especially that, our agreement is nullified.
Very well.
What can I do for you?
Do you want to leave the forest? The swamp?
The swamp. Yes.
She points in this general direction. Go that way.
Wait. You wanted to find the cat.
That too. I did list
You
a.
can always leave the swamp. We need to find the cat.
Everything you want is at the mansion Maloney.
Everything is at the mansion.
Just for clarification, so I understand what's happening here. This contract, this agreement that's occurring,
This is between myself and her.
is that what it is?
True.
I'm not involved! Whatever you're talking about.
Because clearly, Stripey outside doesn't want anything to do with this. Okay. You sure you want to do it?
I've already made the decision.
I mean, yeah.
I felt like we had no choice.
Then where's the cat?
Where is the cat?
She just said everything was back at now.
Look at the mansion Maloney.
Player to DM.
It's back where you were before, at the house.
Right. Well, looking forward to our next meeting. With that, I am out the door.
take our break here, and when we come back,
So
we'll probably get out of the hole.
You are live, sir.
Hey, we are back with more Infinity Tower. Real quick, for our promo bump, don't forget about Ambient Realms, where you find excellent effects like this that can make you sound like you're in a swamp being eaten by critters. Everybody likes that. AmbientRealms.com for ambient music for games. They support Huntington's Disease Society of America, not my best, and Autism Speaks. So if you check out their website, you can donate towards those causes. That's a big thing they do. We already did a promo earlier talking about the boards. So they're boards. They're super cool. You should check it out. Also, Arknight for flat plastic minis and maps. Check out arknight.com. It's kind of loud now. And
They
tomorrow,
also make that handy ruler.
they also make the handy spell ruler, which I use as a normal ruler because I continue to forget to bring my actual ruler. But
He installed flooring with that ruler.
me? Okay, sure. Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Why not?
We'll do
Let's
that.
just say that.
Right, I installed 80 feet of flooring. Like right there. Okay.
That went over
You
well
did,
with
it's
the
right
wife.
there. And 80 feet of swamp.
Yep. She thought it was funny for about as long as it took me to travel that 80 feet. And then, nope. Okay, so tomorrow, what game did you bring at 6:30 in the Pacific Daylight Time Zone, where we're playing Pandemic Legacy
Pandemic Legacy.
with some normal Pandemic to start off so that people know what's going on?
Get everybody ready. That's the pandemic prologue to the Pandemic Legacy. So it's
Captivate.
going to be a prologue where we just play Pandemic.
Excellent.
And then the first month of Legacy, so January.
Right. And check out timetotabletop.com. Follow us on Twitch. Comment, give us ideas. Hashtag Infinity Tower. Follower status.
Well, we're still 69, but the cool part was we've got some great chatting happening there.
Cool,
People are
cool.
engaged, and
We love that. The only
we
reason
love
we
our
keep...
hosts.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're getting hosted by a few channels. So it's a
Thank you to
beautiful
everybody.
thing.
I mean, the only reason we're mentioning the followers is we want to give away stuff. We've
Yeah,
got
totally.
follower
Yeah,
giveaways
so
just burned into our
stuff to give
pockets.
away, people.
Go find 6 people, tell them to join the channel. Following costs $0 and will allow us to give you something else.
Make
We
your
wouldn't want
dog an
that.
account. I don't care.
Dogs can use Twitch now. That's good. Yeah, I mean, family of 3, that's 3 chances to win right there, so that's great. Okay, we're going to continue on into the Infinity Tower. We're going into our main story. Nothing is weird. We've left the swamp. You're traveling the direction that was indicated by the lady you found in the swamp, Millie, towards what you were assuming is the border, where that fog that you'd seen before has dissipated. And you can see beyond the edges of the swamp that's leading out into the cobblestone court of the Mansion Malinae. Well,
I wonder what you ate. I wonder what
Did
you
it still
put
look like
in
mushroom?
your stomach.
the mushroom?
Yeah,
The entire
house.
mushroom never changed shape or anything like that.
Well, it looked like a mushroom. I mean, it still was a mushroom. He dispelled magic, so.
Or he dispelled magic on one thing. Isn't that how it works?
That is how it works.
You don't know.
So I might have eaten something
Oh,
else.
you ate something nasty.
Ah, damn.
Well, look, the cat wasn't there, and she said the cat wasn't there, and what I really wanted to find was the cat, and I perceived it as being there. It's clearly how the enchantment works, is all I'm saying.
No, that was a brilliant move. I agree.
As you continue out of the swamp.
Chatting.
Yeah, Aurora's just bragging at how much smarter she is than the smart guy right now. She's being irritating that way.
There's intelligence and there's wisdom, and sometimes one does not connect to the other.
Yeah, but you gotta.
Oh, they can put the box down.
You found the box.
You found Amazon.
What's wrong with you guys? I swear.
What are you gonna do to us now?
You know what? Never ever ask that question. You're never gonna like the answer. It's
What's
just
in
gonna
the
make you
box?
You know, I've heard Will say that you're a really lousy DM. He challenges you to everything.
That's
that-
fine. I've already dealt with Will for the night.
Yeah, Will's already made a deal with that swamp hag. It's
I
not
know,
gonna
right?
go well for him.
Challenging about. Who is mine to take a hit for his brother man?
And over a period of time, you travel in the direction of the courtyard, of the Mansion Malinae.
And we're there.
Yeah, that's what I'm effectively telling you.
Okay, so
Unless you'd rather be back in the swamp.
no. So, like perception-wise or feeling-wise, when we walk through the swamp and then back to this place, does it feel like we walked the same distance? Does it feel like we, what am I trying to say? So, like, we moved X number of feet away from this place.
Right.
So when this place suddenly appears again, does it feel like the same distance, or does it feel like we're just sort of magically kind of dropping down out of some kind of weird, you see what I'm saying?
Yep, I'm trying to equate that to a check. We're going to call that,
A wisdom, maybe?
yeah, we're going to call it a survival check.
Okay.
You can check that. You guys don't, well, we're just assuming that you can all read the.
Oh, I was just
That's
rolling
fine.
my dice, dude.
As long as you enjoy rolling your die, that's what I'm really looking for.
17.
17.
Does it feel right?
I thought he was
No,
asking
you've
me
got
aloud.
that. You've got that natural sense, though.
No.
The
you're
tracking
thinking-
sense.
No, that's Futuria.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, damn.
Different person. Different
Sorry.
female members of the party.
You know, though, if we wanted to, I could find a place to perform. So,
Look at this lovely house that we found.
hey,
There you
guys,
go.
I'm
Anyway, I got a 17. Does that mean does it
Gonna
feel
get some
right?
food
Does it
and
feel off?
lodging.
Does it feel?
It feels
I
like
don't
it's
feel like
about
that
right.
applies
There may
when
have
you're
been some small
wandering in the
change,
wilderness.
but
Like
not as
you
much.
tend to be in
intense
a
change.
town.
Okay, cool.
In fact, it says when you're in a town.
This is a house.
Yeah.
Not a town. Okay, so we're back.
There has to be more than one person involved to get an audience.
Right. You could have an audience of one.
Yeah.
That's true.
We left and now we're back.
Yep.
Well, okay.
The center of the universe of Draysol.
Is this the center?
So, wait, why did we come back here?
Because Millie said that everything that we seek
oh, it's back at the house.
is here.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go in the house.
Then we started fighting
It's
everything.
fine. All I do is scene changes. It's a big part of my life right now.
Yeah, this actually kind of reminds me of how I play video games where I'm constantly walking
Like
back and
walking
forth into
around,
the
yeah.
load screens. I'm like, wait! Oh, it could have been back there.
That's right.
Load
Enjoy
in.
your load screen, guys.
I would like to take this opportunity, though, to say that your prop building skills are amazing.
Thanks. I'm not really thinking it's that great, but I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I just like doing fun stuff, and I appreciate playing D&D with you guys. And one day I will fix my 3D printer, but it's not today. I'm having extruder issues, pardon me. And they will be better, but I just haven't worked on it this week. I was busy writing up a bunch of stuff.
So are you like 3D printing the doors and stuff, or are those all made out of
You know, I could be.
cardboard?
These are all made out of cardboard because, to be frank, it's faster.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I do whatever is fastest for the stream because I care. Like, at least that much.
That's good. Temporal considerations are just as important as artistic.
As you walk into the Count, in his grotesque bestial form, appears at the top of the stairs. You've returned.
I don't know why you're here, so.
We have been led to believe that everything we seek is here.
That's fairly vague, don't you think?
Are you familiar with someone named Millie who lives in a swamp?
No.
Well, I had to make a terrible deal with her.
Are you
Let's just never look at
familiar?
each other again. Let's face it.
Are you familiar with a man named Bob
The
who
deal we
lives in a
shall not talk
pineapple
about.
under the sea?
I'm sorry. I really don't understand what you're speaking of at all.
Millie Ugly Pants.
He has pores.
Millie told us that everything that we seek is here. Vela, the cat, her hound, as you called it. Why is that, Count Melanie?
He begins coming down the stairs, and you can hear them creak under his weight. I'm not concealing anything from you regarding that beast of Vela's. Vela's connection to my home should be obvious. In terms of what you're looking for, allow me to assist you, but please don't be vague, because frankly I don't get a lot of visitors and my social skills have twisted as well.
Forgive the vagaries. That is the only thing we have to work on.
What do you need? Do you need shelter? Take part of the home. need something more than that from me, ask and I'll do my best.
So do shelter later on.
Seriously, what do we need? We're here, what? To scout?
Well, we're here to find Vela.
Are we here to find Vela or find information about Vela? Two different things.
I just wanted to kill the beast before it got back to Vela. But
Daenor is a tricky creature. If it escaped you once, this is probably the best place for you to begin looking for it again. It'll probably look for you again before long.
Well, there you go.
yes, but I didn't want it to tell Vela about us. I wanted us to be a surprise for her.
I don't think it's possible to surprise Vela.
Oh.
I may have smashed every mirror in this home, but I'm sure even a simple reflection on glass or a surface of wood that's been too well polished is enough for her to see.
Or eyes. Reflect.
I suppose that might be true.
I'm wearing very shiny chainmail.
Super shiny.
So what you're saying is they will find us before we ever find them.
I didn't understand that you were seeking to be hidden from Vela. I don't know how you would accomplish such a thing.
We're not trying to hide.
I was not trying to hide.
I was trying to hide. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow. So maybe we should kind of get together to figure out what it is we actually need and what we're doing here before we kind of keep bothering these people and wandering out into swamps and making deals with hags.
It does seem that all we're doing is offending the locals.
Yeah. Well, but
But on the other hand, Vela is killing people in our realm while we don't do anything.
If you can stop Vela in some fashion, stop her, by all means. If there's something I can help, whatever things I can provide that might assist you. I have very little.
You have a roof. This is...
do you have retainers?
You see my servants. Shades, all of them. They can bring you something.
But they can't hurt Vela.
Definitely not.
I would rather not have any more truck with the undead if we can help
I
it.
don't even know if they're properly undead. I don't know if she's killed them all, or if they're merely transformed in some grotesque way.
Okay. So this is what I think we should do. I think we should maybe rest for the evening, recover, and figure out what we're doing here, for sure, and then focus on that. Because maybe it's just me, but I don't know why we're here now.
I could use a rest as well. Aurora?
Not here.
But he's offering board.
Where else would we stay?
Other places.
Care to elaborate?
No.
There are secret places?
Yes.
And they're better than here?
Yes.
And you know how to get there?
Probably.
Do they involve places not here?
Maybe.
You seem uncomfortable by my presence. Allow me to solve that. And with that, he walks off this way. There's doors here down below. And he
Wait,
goes
Cal.
out.
Before you leave.
Yes. He turns around. I don't mind you speaking in private. I don't really have anything to offer or any slights that I have to worry about here. Things can't become much worse.
Before you leave, there is one thing that I would like to try. Your feet.
Yes.
I'm going to try something. Forgive me if this hurts. And I am going to cast Lesser Restoration to see if I can fix anything that's going on with his feet.
All right. Lesser restore here. Yeah, about a third level spell.
Nice.
That's a second level, actually.
Oh, okay. That's good.
That's why it's lesser.
Very good, just lesser. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. None of those things. Okay. Cool. His feet, which were formerly covered in like small pustules and like where blisters had broken, have now been repaired.
Nice.
appreciate that.
It's the least I can do.
That is quite a bit better, thank you. I don't have shoes that fit my feet.
Soon you will.
It's very kind of you. He turns and trumps
Well,
off.
he have feet to fit his shoes.
He has feet to fit shoes. He just needs shoes to fit his feet.
But he doesn't have feet that fit his shoes.
I don't think he was talking about his shoes. I think he was talking about his feet.
His previous shoes.
His theoretical shoes to fit his concrete feet.
It was a pun.
It's okay, we're out of combat.
What's that?
So you're wanting to leave?
Yeah.
Okay, no, seriously, straight up. Do you actually know of a place to go to, or are you just saying that because you don't want to be here?
Yeah, she knows of a place to go to.
Are you speaking of that certain alleyway that is only accessible?
To people that know about the alleyway?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So you want to leave and then come back?
Yes. I do not want to eat the food here or sleep here.
There is wisdom in what you say.
Okay, but again, I have to ask.
I'm here now.
Why did we come here?
To learn,
To learn.
I think.
So we came here because I thought. Okay, so I thought we came here to make contact with this nice gentleman.
Which we've
We've
done.
made contact, and also to learn some things. I think we've learned some things about this crazy place.
Mhm.
So do you think for an initial stab, we're good, and we should go back? Is that
We
what
go
you're
back to
saying?
the tower, we rest, we come back, and then we take the fight. We take the fight to Vela, yes?
Are we ready for a fight?
I'm ready anytime.
Okay, so obviously I don't want to think about doors in here. This is not her saying aloud, this is me talking.
Sure.
Okay.
So she's gonna wander off while thinking of the door.
Okay. Wander off in the house or wander off going outside?
Wander off in the house.
Okay.
In the house?
Mm-hmm.
So there are doors to either side of here upstairs. There are also
Agreed.
those 3 doors in the back here.
Okay. Do any of them seem like the door?
How hard are you concentrating?
She's gonna sit down and meditate and concentrate real hard.
Okay, go ahead and make a wisdom check.
Nope. It's a 6.
Not yet.
Okay. I will concentrate on the door too.
Sure.
Wisdom?
Sure. Well, now for you, you get to use intelligence. You guys get to pick a little bit now.
Just straight intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
19.
Yeah, you're honing in on it. I mean, you can feel it's almost there. It's like you guys are drawing like a connection between you and it. It's on the edge of your mind.
Are we sure we want to summon the door in here?
Do we want to go into a different room and try to summon it in
What?
there?
We did walk through it.
Someplace
and
else.
Let us outside. It's
Right.
for all the world to see if the world was watching.
No, but I guess my point is, it's a magic door. Does it just sort of can it appear anywhere, like I don't know, in a field someplace where there's no real door? Or does
I don't want to talk about this much in a place.
Fair enough. I'll be quiet.
I'm going to make a wisdom check. See if I can find the door. And I rolled a natural 20.
Has not
No.
happened yet.
It hasn't happened.
No, that didn't happen.
On an
I'm sorry, did you say 20 or 1?
I rolled a natural 20.
Okay, I heard natural 1.
No.
Pardon me for not hearing you properly from here.
I was gonna say, damn.
The main
I make
entrance
a door out
doors
of my
right
body
here,
hair.
they are glowing brightly, finely polished. That warm beeswax smell.
I think if we walk through the door behind us, we will find our way to the alleyway.
Yeah.
Alright,
Roars through the door.
let's do it.
Boom.
And we are done.
I have a lot of weapons to use on that. Quite a long time. It
It's
gives
still
me
pretty
plenty
cool.
of time to do changes. Okay, I'll work on this. Don't keep doing that. Don't keep doing that. Just play this one right here and this one right here. No, seriously, stop doing that. You find yourselves back down in that basement level, that lowest level of the staircase, the round room with the staircase pointing out. No one's there to greet you this time.
Food and rest.
Yes.
Food and rest. I will focus on the kitchen and we'll go looking for it.
Okay? And you find it as you go up the stairs.
Awesome.
I will.
I'm sorry.
No. I was interrupting. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
So the kitchen is open. There's food in the pantries area. There's, a set of cooking apparatus like a stove top and so forth over a fire, but no one's in there. Nothing's really being prepared right now.
Okay. God, the player is so stupid.
Gadsfell?
Gadsfell, yeah. I'll say, Gadsfell, do you have food? Kind of out loud, Alec.
Sure. You guys do anything?
It's like a live rabbit.
Okay, so you're going where? Or you're just standing in the
Oh,
circular
I thought I was
room?
going with him.
So you're with him. Okay, cool.
I'm going to quarters, washroom, or anything.
You walk upstairs. You find where the washroom's been before.
Awesome, I guess.
I need to
Aurora
wash
and Theo
off.
are getting drunk.
Gadsfellow comes in a little bit. Hello.
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 Hey, hi,
Did you require food?
please.
I'd like a live rabbit.
I don't think we have a live rabbit.
Do you
Meat?
have any meat?
Yes.
Okay, as uncooked as possible.
He turns around, goes in the pantry, comes back out, puts a piece of meat on the table, walks back over, finds some mushrooms and things like that, and starts cutting other things.
Thank you.
And there's cooking going on. And cleaning going on. And eventually, are you going to eat just right there in the kitchen? Or
Yeah, I'll just
okay.
eat maybe, Gadsfell, can we have maybe, some drink?
Yes. He turns around, goes back, brings out a pail of water and puts it down.
You should look into whatever that creature was out in the woods. Once we've finished in here.
The one that, Bly
Made a deal with?
deal with?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should find out what that thing was and what Bly might be.
In for?
Yes. And I think that you'd be the best person to do said research.
Okay, I guess I will. Alright. So when the food's done, I'll make some food. I'll also I'll clarify the Gadsfell when I said drink. I meant the kind of drink one might find at a bar. So beer or wine or something along those lines. Do you want any?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Gadsfield finds a bottle of wine and brings it out.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And you've
Have
got
our
cleaned up.
dinner.
Okay, I'm finding my way to the kitchen.
You find the kitchen.
Okay.
There's drinking and there was food.
Right. Gadsfellow is still here.
Sure.
Gadsfellow, can you show me to the larder? Perhaps dried meats or anything of the sort. I'm famished.
Yes. He walks you down towards the pantry, and he takes down a package of what looks like dried brick beef and hands it to you.
All right. Thank you. I'm just staying there.
That's fine.
After I eat, get a couple glasses of wine, I will walk up, back out. I'll say, I'll be back. I'll do what we talked about.
Okay.
And I will walk out in the hallway and be like, library, folklore, and think about that kind of thing, and then look around and try to focus on that.
You recall way back, there was a very large library room you found with like long study tables and
Yep.
so forth. When you find that room again.
So I'll spend time trying to research hags and find out what kind of trouble Bly really is in.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check. Alright, are you guys trying to accomplish anything else here?
After I get done eating, I guess I'm gonna go to my room and pray real hard about the shitty deal I
Okay.
just made.
That sounds good.
Aurora's gonna take a bottle with her, and she's gonna think about the stairwell that led to an abyss
Yes.
and go there.
Yeah, you find that.
And she sits at the edge of the abyss drinking her wine, going, "Hey, it's just me and you, abyss. What's up? How are you doing?"
It characteristically has nothing to offer. in the
You know, I
conversation.
like you. You really are a good listener.
Accurate.
Staring into the abyss, man.
Alright.
It helps her clear her mind. She likes the abyss.
Maybe
Arvin, as you're sitting there praying,
Enter.
Faxburn opens the door, walks in. He's wearing his long robe, just kind of brusquely walks right into the room.
Alright, Archwizard.
How are things?
Well, we've come here for rest, and I relay everything that happened, the battle, the trip to the swamp. And the only way that it seemed to get out of the swamp was I made a deal with a denizen of the swamp. She was horrid to look upon. Shrouded herself in an illusionary, enchanted magic. And that's where we're at. And once we've rested, we're heading back to try and take on Vela once more. This was the only safe place that we felt that we could rest.
Understood.
Do you
Very-
know? No, please,
No,
please.
no, go ahead.
Do you know what that thing was?
Everything's a guess. But it's very rare when you try to fight evil, change things. And you have to approach something in its own territory. That you get everything you want. And he kind of sits back. He's like at the edge of the bed. I've made a few compromises to achieve my own objectives. I hope it'll turn out all right.
Me too.
Well, was it useful? Did you find anything that was helpful in visiting Drasil?
Count Melanie, the creature from the swamp, her name is Millie. She told us that everything that we're seeking is there at that mansion.
Malinae has kind of an interesting history, I think.
I did fix his feet. They were horribly blistered and covered in pustules.
Something temporary, I imagine. I doubt it did anything for his actual curse.
I
correct?
doubt. No, this was nothing to do to help with the curse itself. It was, yes, a temporary reprieve.
That's kind of you, though.
I have to try. As far as that, no. Other than everything that you've told us, no. About Vela, about that world. We are still on the hunt, so to speak.
Malinae has kind of a long history with Vela. I don't think he's really interested in talking about it.
You told us about how she came about to curse him.
And
Anything beyond that?
I have a suspicion that the family's connection with Vela goes beyond the young count.
Do you?
I think perhaps his father had a deal with her as well.
His father.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's more than one thing afoot in the mansion Malinae.
understand.
But let me ask you this as well. If you come back to the tower, and you don't have to fear the immediate dangers of Draco, are you concerned about what's taking place on your world?
Of course. Of course. What?
I was just wondering if you feel like that's something that you need to monitor.
Do you have the means of such, or
You go back to your home.
I know that there are terrible things happening in my home, and there is nothing that I can do about it unless I go back to Draco. I suspect that myself and my companions will know soon enough once we go back.
Fair enough. All right, well, I'll let you get your rest.
Thank you.
Good luck. So, Abyss Lady.
Yeah.
You can, after a second, with your keen senses, feel a presence behind you. And the wizard Faxburn is standing behind you. This is an odd place to spend your time.
Yes, but it helps me think.
This is supposed to be a trap.
It is?
Oops, I'm so sorry.
Good thing you didn't get nudged into the
Take that.
abyss.
Yeah,
That
right.
close. To use the tower requires a certain focus of will, and I'm sure you've thought of this, otherwise you wouldn't be here, but if you just let the tower guide you where it will, that's a lot like how the undead travel, just sort of mindlessly following things. When things don't have a particular force guiding them through the tower, I would prefer they just gently get nudged down here and swept into the abyss.
No. I like the abyss.
If it's calming to you, then by all means continue to use it. But I would not recommend traveling down that passageway.
Well, what's down there?
Nothing.
Forever?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. You have to understand my philosophy is to let the forces of the world move through me like a leaf on the wind.
It's an excellent way to experience life. But in the tower, where a force of will is necessary to navigate, it's one of the most simple deterrents to the undead, or creatures that are possessed.
That makes sense. So, okay. I think I understand that.
You can find it fairly easily, at least.
Yes. I'm quite adept at finding the abyss. Finding the kitchen, maybe not so much.
Things shouldn't be so tough from now on. As long as someone is paying attention, and as long as no one's barring your path, you should be able to get around the tower.
Yes. I've let the cleric make a bad deal.
I spoke with Bly. I spoke with Bly a little bit. It's very tough to face evil on its own territory without compromising something.
That makes sense.
I wish it didn't. I wish it didn't have to be that way. But I often find myself making compromises to secure a victory.
Sorry, it's not you. I'm just been drinking a lot.
You know where the rooms are. I'll leave you to it.
Okay. Thanks for the chat.
And he turns and walks out of the room. And appears in the library. So how'd your Arcana check go?
16.
Okay. You haven't found what you're looking for yet. You found a lot of general lore about hags, but you're not really sure if this is exactly what you're talking about or not.
Okay.
Seems to fit. Seems like some things are slightly different. A lot of these books are written in a very humanocentric perspective. So hags generally seem like they're supposed to be creatures of like the size of a human or larger. And most things describe them as being a lot like human females. But all these books also have fairly human names on the writers' lists and so forth. So this may be a perspective or cultural bias.
Okay. Interesting.
And Faxburn walks up to the long table where you're sitting with Brooks.
Oh.
I've just been sort of checking with
Hello.
my colleagues. Hello.
Hello, how are you doing? I so you've talked with Bly and
A little bit.
and Aurora?
Yes.
Yeah. I was just reading about what I think we met in that other place.
Mm-hmm. You can say Dracel, you know.
Dracel, yeah, what?
You can say Vela. Say both
Well, we
sides.
didn't meet Velo. We met, from my reading, I'm assuming we met a hag of some kind. And well, I made a deal with her. I mean, the details of it were a little vague. The exact nature of the contract was a little vague, which makes me more worried the more I read about this stuff. But I'm also not sure if what we met is actually a hag. All these books talk about human being human form and human this and human that, and but this creature that we met in the swamp was a gnome.
I really don't have very many books written by gnomes, I think. It's definitely something I'll have to think about.
So I mean, do you know? Assuming this was a hag, do you have a specific book you might point me to? Because you'll know your library better than me.
Well, I mean, the two that you have out are fairly good.
Okay.
But the real question is, how many things in Dracel are really what they appear? That's a question I'm sort of answering myself as we go through this too. You know, we're dealing with a lot of creatures that were once one thing and are now another.
Right, and including the Count.
True.
So, I mean, we went to the Count's home. We met the Count. We talked to the Count. We were attacked by a cat creature with tentacles. I'm not really sure what that was. We chased after it. We ended up in a swamp. Something happened. Some kind of transportation thing happened. We chased after it. Boom! Then we were in a swamp. That's when we found the hag. And then after making the deal, we found our way out again. And that's kind of what happened in a nutshell. I know we kind of went there to get information, but I'm kind of worried about Bly.
I think that's fair.
And I don't know that what we got out of this trip was really worth what might happen to Bly. I don't know if it was worth it. I want to protect him, but I don't know how. I'm not sure how. I just don't know enough yet, I guess.
Yes. I think these are reasonable fears. I think dealing with something like Vela requires not only a plan, but timing.
Well, exactly. And Bly wants to run off and smite Vela, and Aurora just wants to. Well, 1 minute she wants to run off and eat Vela, and the next moment she wants to sit down and do a song and dance. But I'm sitting here thinking we don't know enough yet. I don't know how strong this Vela person is.
Strong.
I don't know if the three of us together are strong enough. I don't think we are. Especially considering this cat thing, basically, I mean, I shot it like 4 times with my gun, with my arrow. It was stabbed, or I kicked it a bunch of times. Bly, shot it with light energy, and it was still moving. So I'm a little concerned that if this thing was Vela's, servant, what can Vela do? That concerns me.
Yes. She's powerful.
So
But so much of her power focuses outwards.
So you think that perhaps she herself is not as strong as her lackeys?
No, I think she's definitely stronger. But I think that she spends a great amount of her power to reach out and affect other things. I think she's most vulnerable in a direct confrontation.
Okay. Is there anything in your library that you can point me to that might help us? I'm not really sure what to look up at this point.
I hate to tell you this, but in the subject of Layla, I'm acting under my own research. That little bit that I've learned in the years that I've been dealing with her.
The years that you've been dealing with her. So you know her. You know about her. This isn't the first time you've heard about her.
That's right.
Well, do you have your research? Can I read your research? Whatever you've written down, what's in your head?
But I'll talk to you about it. Perhaps we can come up with something.
Okay, let's do that. As a player, I'm not really sure what. I mean, I figure just sort of have like a couple-hour discussion. I'm gonna pick his brain. I want basically everything he knows about her. I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever that happens to be. So through that, however that line of conversation goes, that's sort of the
So here's
direction.
the high-level overview. You know that Vela used to be a mortal enchantress. She's gained a lot of power by making deals over the years, specifically with Gulthias, to the point where her power has doubled and doubled again and doubled yet again, and more of her body and her person being given away each time. But it seems like she has a very specific power focus of being able to transform people, either through deals or else being able to affect people outside of Dracel using her powers, in particular this ability to petrify people. But she basically does Gulthias' bidding at this point in exchange for the power she's already gained.
So, have you come across any weaknesses? Have you come across any...
Not being where she's looking in the first place, I think is good. And again, my research suggests that inside of Dracel, she cannot use her gaze at a distance the way that she does.
So it really truly sounds like...
You need to confront her face to face. That is my best understanding of the limitations of her power.
Okay. Alright.
I really think that the Count Maloney, his home, his family history, is the best avenue of approach.
His family history, what do you mean?
So, I spoke of this briefly with Bly earlier, but I think that the Count himself was transformed by Maloney, but also that there was a further dealing by his father with Vela in earlier times. So I think there are perhaps layers to how that interaction has taken place.
So, can we trust the Count? One of the reasons why we came back is the Count offered us his home to rest and recover from our encounter with this cat, tentacle cat. Aurora was uncomfortable with that.
He's probably the only thing in Dracel that I've seen that I would trust to be actively working against Vela. Or interested in working against Vela. I don't even think he's actively working against
So
Vela.
you think we can trust him? I mean, your general understanding is that if we were going to risk anything as far as letting our guard down while we're in Dracel, that would be the safest place to do it.
To be honest, I'm loath to risk you as a resource, as people who know anything about the tower in Dracel, if not for the fact that it's the only way I can imagine you would be successful.
Okay. Do you have any books on Dracel so I can learn more about it?
Again, not a lot has been written. That previous treatise about Gulthias and how he grew in power is about the best.
Okay.
But I've told you almost everything I know at this point.
Okay. All right, then I guess I'm done with these. Okay, give the books a little push off to the side.
And you realize now that your candles are stubs?
Yeah.
And that
It's
the
been a
hour
long
seems
time.
to have passed quite a ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably been 6-8 hours
Yeah,
you've been
that sounds
sitting here
about right,
talking with
yeah.
him.
Well, I thank you very much for your time. I understand.
I want you to be successful, that's for certain.
And then I'll wish him good night. Thank you for your time. I'll just head off to my room.
I'll see you again soon.
All right.
Okay, closing action, guys. We're at the end of the night, so is there anything further you want to make sure happens in tonight's session?
I have nothing.
Okay.
Okay, so there are doors, like, we can summon a door at any time to direct us someplace else, right?
Are you talking to Faxman about this? What are you?
No, I'm talking to you as the
Okay.
DM. Like, that's been established.
Your experience is that you were able to find a door to the Infinity Tower, but you only seen it under controlled circumstances. You guys have always found it in a doorway.
Okay. No, but when we were leaving before, like, how was that directed?
How was what directed? You're talking about how did you leave Draysel and come to the Infinity Tower?
Now, how did I leave the Infinity Tower and go to Draysel?
Okay. So he opened that door that's down in the cellar, or whatever you want to call the bottom base of the stairway, and then he basically just opened it out into a courtyard.
Okay.
And there was no door there.
There was no door there. But you guys are not necessarily the Wizard Faxbury.
Oh, there's that.
So,
Okay.
Because Aurora's basically wandering around drunkenly right now,
Mhm.
and she just had a brilliant idea. That's a terrible idea.
okay, cool. This could be our closing action.
I'm heading back to my bedroom, so.
Everyone else is asleep. Or sleeping. Going sleep. You did you.
So she tries to summon a door to take her to Millie.
Okay.
That's what she's gonna do.
Okay. And you're trying to end up in the mushroom house?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make that wisdom check.
Okay. That is an 18.
You can feel like the door is almost where you want it to be, but it's just not there yet. You have the feeling that with continued focus it would be there. How bad do you want it? I mean, are you going to keep working at it?
Yeah, she's gonna keep working at it.
Okay. With some effort of will, that door connects,
Okay.
and you find yourself transported back to Draysel.
Yeah.
Back inside that tiny little hut. Nope. Couple more seconds. Loading. Sitting there on her little rush bed. There is totally not a cauldron at hand. Okay, skipping the cauldron.
Okay.
You're back.
I don't like that deal my friend made.
I can understand that.
I want you to unmake that deal.
And what are you going to do?
I'm gonna ask you very politely to unmake that deal. I say, flashing all of my teeth.
Again, if you're going to offer something.
And that's when she attacks her.
Cool.
And that's where tonight's episode ends.
Apparently, I guess we're gonna do that. Yeah.
Apparently, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, we don't want to keep everybody here all night, but
That's gonna be a long. Well, it could be a real quick fight, actually.
sure could.
Yeah, it might be really fast and Aurora might be really dead, but she's also really drunk and really not making good decisions.
That's why this is the best game, because you can do whatever you want. That's what everybody loves about D&D, right? Okay. So to focus in on the big stuff, let's not forget tomorrow we've got What Game Did You Bring? That's where we're going to do Pandemic Legacy, the basic stuff, and then January. Should be super cool. Next week we will be back for more Infinity Tower, open with one more special guest. Should be cool. And as always, you guys need to make time to tabletop. Yeah. Also to fight evil guys, but that's a totally different thing.